everybody, and welcome to the VGRCast, the weekly podcast about anything and everything in between. This week, I am joined by my lovely friends Christine, Ryan, Monica, Mike, and Steve. My name's Kevin, and welcome to the show. This is episode 37. Yay. Bonk, 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 bonk. How's everyone doing?
Same. Yeah.
Everyone's
sick
cold.
of the fucking snow.
Wait, hold on. They can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh, wait. Stop.
Hold
talking.
on. Hold on. They can't hear you right now. Hold on. Oh my. Hold on. Hold on. 10 seconds. Hold on. Everyone. No, you're not muted. The audio source isn't. Well, you see, Steve, there are things called audio sources. Nope. Well, no. Okay, so then they can hear you now.
No.
So the whole
Are we unmuted now?
They can hear you now.
Okay, what the fuck, Kevin? You just talked about how you fixed all this shit before the stream started, and suddenly they can't fucking hear us.
So I fixed.
So apparently you didn't fix it.
Hold on. So the whole thing is in Streamlabs, right? This is the program I use, which is Streamlabs OBS.
Kevin, we don't care what the problem is. All we know is you fucked up.
I did, yes. I fixed it for the main scene, the one where I'm playing games. For the podcast scene, I did not add the thing for Discord.
Okay.
That is the fucky wucky that happened.
So he doesn't care about us. What else?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's okay. I've got.
Well, for the thing we do once a week versus the thing I do 5 days a week.
All right, I'll take the bait. That's being like spoon fed to us.
18%.
What's the bear for?
It's just It's one of the things I got for Valentine's Day, and he logged. Like, look at these legs.
That is unnecessarily large stuffed animal.
Long boy.
He's a long boy. And,
Bring that back.
and I just thought he'd be a fun addition for today.
I hate him.
Well, fuck you, I love him.
There's a lot of snow right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday was driving home was not the worst drive home I've ever had from SGS, but it was fucking brutal.
I think this is the worst continuous snowstorm that I've experienced in my life so far.
Yes, it hasn't snowed a lot at once, but it has snowed a fuck ton. To give everyone who doesn't
forget
well, hold on.
The pictures I sent. Post the third one.
Hold on. I'm gonna read these stats first. So October 1st was the first snowfall of the year. From October 1st to January 26th, so like 3 months, we had 8.6 inches of snow. Since then, aka the past 22 days, we've had 36.2 inches of snow.
Yeah,
that's 36.3 more snow than
How about the past week?
Oh god, I don't have that stat on.
I remember Vanessa was telling me that, oh, it's gonna be a mild winter.
In 2020 it was.
Yes, like before winter started.
Is the third picture the one of you, Mike?
I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah, the third picture is the one of me. I want you to know that mound of snow behind me, that's not like off in the distance. That's like a foot or two behind me.
But the thing is, like, with all this, it's not only the snowfall, but the fact it's been so fucking cold, the snow from the previous snowfalls haven't had a chance to melt, so it's all kind of compounded on each other.
So I live in like our HOA plows everything, like the roads, like the snow piles, like Kevin and Christine have been here. You kind of know what it looks like. So like the snow is starting to pile up, making going around corners very dangerous at this point. Luckily, it's a low traffic neighborhood, but if it was a high traffic neighborhood, I'd be fucked.
Yeah, so there's like a gas station at the end of my street, and someone like almost drove into the gas station because they just couldn't see our street. They
Rip.
just didn't know where it was.
Here's Mr. Mike, also known as Ember, up
Yeah.
against a snow pile. So that snow mound is not in the distance, like you're next to it.
No, yeah, that is like a foot or two behind me. So it's
Wow.
at like chin level.
Yeah, and I
It
think
could-
your area got a little hit a little harder
Oh,
than
yeah.
up.
Because Mike's
north.
closer to the lake. But like my
Oh, yeah.
my boss, who his driveway's crazy to begin with. He's got like a winding hill, but he pretty much said that he's running out of every time it snows, he says his driveway gets narrower because like he can't physically like get the snow over the hill, so he just keeps piling it up the hill. But that makes it so that it's getting narrower and narrower.
Also,
Yes.
I just realized from
I can't get out of my house. Can't go to work.
Hey, I'm gonna send a picture right now if you can put it up. This is from outside my grandparents' house. Because when one of my uncles was in college, he made
fuck is
this.
that?
So to explain, that is Egbert. He is a giant statue that one of my uncles made for
Oh,
one
I
of his
remember Egbert.
college final projects. And Egbert's like probably about 3 or 4 feet
Egbert.
tall, just to kind of give some
About like
perspective.
he's about like yay high.
I
Yeah.
would like a
So-
nice plate of perspective.
Could somebody post? Sorry, real quick. Could someone post the podcast doc in somewhere or other?
That
got
that
you.
that
I don't have it
thing
on
is
this browser.
Egbert. That weird thing is Egbert.
Dink.
What is? Do you have a picture of what Egbert normally looks like?
I'm
A gnome.
digging that up right now. Hold
Because
on.
I would like to see what Egbert normally looks like.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I gotta find it.
Bonk.
Take your time.
Dig it.
But yeah, like so, and with my driveway, it's kind of like a fucked one way, fucked the other because today the side streets were not plowed at all, so there was just snow in all around. So I just had to go like 3 miles an hour down my street.
Sounds about
But
right.
when they do plow, all the snow gets pushed into my driveway. So then I have to shovel the snow out of my driveway so that I can get out of my driveway.
Yeah, that's how that usually goes.
You've got probably a two-wheel drive car, right?
I think so. Because I was stuck in the snow once and I was not able to get out.
Okay.
Yeah, vast majority of sedans are 2-wheel drive, Kevin.
Yeah, I think it's like a 2010 Sonata.
It's
I guess
two-wheel drive.
the closest I got to was I had a Dodge Caliber, which is technically a hatchback. It's not a sedan.
Yeah.
I think
I
that
did
was
have
four-wheel
a-
drive. That's what I learned.
I
to
did
drive
have
on.
a Monte Carlo once. I think that one was 4-wheel.
Oh, I think one of my was it old?
96.
Okay.
Only
Yeah.
problem
Having a
was the
bit-
engine kept overheating for some reason, and we could never figure out what it was.
Wait, your last car?
Not the Camry, the one, like
Okay.
the one I had in high school. Like,
Because I was gonna say like the last one you had, you couldn't open the passenger door.
yeah, that was my fault. That was my fault because I skidded on a icy bridge and like tapped the guardrail, and it was just enough to bend the door enough so that it wouldn't open.
Of course.
Also, the door handles on the inside were just like snapped.
Yeah, that was the car's fault. Like the plastic handles inside just snapped off, so you could just see like the like part that's on the hinge of the door.
I'm unhinged. I've lost the Discord audio. People can still hear you. I just
Okay.
don't know where the little thing in my program.
You've lost track of the Discord audio.
Yes, I don't know where the source is. Can't find it in my list. But that's not important right now. The important thing is they can still hear.
Speaking
Yes.
of shit not working,
Right.
Steve, what'd you do to your computer?
Oh boy! All right.
What a
So- okay.
transition!
Oh,
Nice.
no.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't find an Egbert picture, so yeah.
So
sorry.
I bricked my PC basically. I am currently using my old ass gaming laptop. But I'm also, since I have a monitor now, I am also dual screening. So that's
And
Kind
Steve,
upsides?
can you back up a little bit and
Yeah.
explain what do you mean by bricking your PC for the non tech?
shit don't
my-
fucking work. It's as useful as a brick.
So explain what happened.
All right, so I plugged in. So I was trying. So I have this ancient digital camera that I have like a couple photos on. That I figure I should probably save for posterity, like from 2010 or something. I don't fucking know. So so I plugged it into the USB slot on top of my PC, which promptly breaks the USB slot, like bent some of the prongs and the little plastic internal bit broke. So I was like, oh well, that's fucked. Tried to spend a bit of time trying to fix it. Eventually gave up. Returned to my computer, everything complete lock, nothing, no mouse response, no keyboard response, nothing. So I had to push the go to sleep button.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
It'll all be over soon, baby. But so I was like, okay, fine, it'll reboot. Press the power button. I get so normally I press the power button, my CPU cooler fan, starts spinning and lights up.
Mm-hmm.
I got it to light up. CPU fan does not spin. I get no display in my monitor. Nothing.
Were there any beeps?
No beeps.
Oh.
My motherboard might not have a speaker though, so I don't fucking know. Anyway, so when my thing is so when it'll seemingly attempt to boot for a bit, then it'll shut down, then it'll try and boot again. So eventually I just had to shut it off. I took it into a repair shop yesterday. I was supposed to get word about it today, but I think they're a little bit busy, and I'm not in a super rush or anything. So what the guy said when I brought it in was he thinks that because of the broken USB port, if the prongs are touching, it's causing like a short. Like some kind of short that's preventing the computer from booting. Well, that would be the best case scenario, and he thinks that's the case. But which would involve all that would involve is basically either replacing or disabling the USB port. And I've got plenty on the back, so now I can always buy like a splitter or something like that. So that's not an issue. The issue would be is if it's the motherboard, in which case I'm fucked. Well, not fucked. More fucked in the reason I'm going to have to drop several $100s on a new motherboard and then bring it to Kevin and be like, "Hey, Kevin, rebuild this."
I would say probably 100, maybe 2.
Yeah.
For a motherboard.
I think my motherboard was like something like 400. Either way, it was expensive.
I don't. Maybe.
Why does your motherboard cost as much as a graphics card?
I don't.
I was gonna be like,
know.
It's probably not that much, but
no,
you'd also have to buy Windows again, probably, which is $100.
Which anyway, it's not going to be fun if I have to rebuild it. So I'm hoping it's just the slot. He sounded hopeful that it was. I trust these guys with any of my machines. I've took. You probably won't pick it up, but my laptop over here basically it's got fan issues where it's supposed to be like it's supposed to have like a fan button where if I'm gaming I can press the fan button and it blows extra air, to keep it cool. But something happened, it overheated one day and it stopped working, and I think it shorted out like the motherboard or something, or the part of the motherboard in there. So I took it in there and they were able to fix it. It doesn't work quite right, but it keeps it cool enough because it's on for 10 seconds, off for 2, on for 10, off for 2, and it just keeps going like that. But it functions, and that's the important part. So I love these guys. I use them for all my computer bits, and I actually went to high school with one of the guys who co-runs the shop. So yeah.
Nice.
So hopefully it'll be an easy fix and I'll have my computer back sometime soon. But in the meantime, I'm playing a bunch of old games, like revisiting this game called Singularity. It's like a first-person shooter, involves like some cool like time travel, time mechanics.
I think I've heard of that one.
I would 100% recommend it. It's got a decent story. Graphics are a little outdated. It's from 2010, so the graphics aren't super great anymore. But gunplay is fun. It's got some fun gameplay mechanics with like time travel and stuff. Would recommend.
And
I I also sorry. I also tried out Goat Simulator, which is
Yes.
very dumb, and I don't know what to do.
Everything.
You
You
are
can do
goat.
anything as a goat.
You are
That
a
is
goat.
fair. You were
Steve,
saying something.
Steve,
Oh, go ahead.
if we were just to rebuy the same motherboard, it's $120.
Oh, okay, cool. It's not
I
bad.
was about to say if
I
it
just looked
ends
it
up
up.
full as a brick, you can build a house.
No, like the nice thing about these things is that all the parts should still be fine, hypothetically, other than the motherboard. Maybe I'll have to buy another CPU, but I really doubt that. But
It should probably be.
it should. I'm guessing it should be fine. I don't like because I did notice there was a couple of like red lights on the motherboard that have been on like for several months, but I haven't had any like function problems. So I didn't look into it too hard because I just thought it was this light is telling you, hey, the motherboard is on. We're good. But it
That's
was
called
like this
predictive failure.
well, it was the CPU light and the DRAM light. I don't know what that means. So
Yes.
yeah, you don't know what that means either.
I don't know what DRAM is.
That's
Yeah.
dynamic RAM, right?
Yeah, I don't know why it's giving me a warning light on those, but
I know what VRAM is.
Well,
Anyway.
yes, that's an entirely different concept.
but I wasn't having a problem with the PC until I broke that port. So hopefully it's just the broken port and it didn't short out the motherboard on its way. So, but I feel like any competent motherboard will have like short protections and stuff like that. So, but
Yeah.
I don't know
We'll
enough about.
see.
Well,
Weird. Every
no,
time I boot up my PC, there's a fire.
Nice
But-
wallpaper.
why does everything smell like copper?
Oh, nice screensaver.
But yeah. So hopefully and that is why Halo Night is canceled tomorrow because I'm not 100% certain I can run Halo on this thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So instead of Halo tomorrow, we'll be playing Valheim.
Now,
I mean, this
so-
computer is more recent than Reach, so it could probably run it, but then I'd have to download it, and nah.
But PC Reach?
Yeah.
That's different.
now, Kevin, just correct me if I'm wrong. My computer knowledge: all motherboards should have beep codes in them, right?
No.
Really?
I don't
See,
think all of them do.
I was doing some research,
Or at
and
least
some,
at least like ATX standard, right?
I don't
know.
have an ATX one. I don't even
That's
remember what
no,
combined.
that's a standard. That's not a brand.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mine, it might just not have like a speaker or something, so I don't know. One way or another, I'll get my computer back. Depending on what's wrong with it, will tell me when I get my computer back.
All I know is I've dealt with tons of computers that don't beep.
Well,
Huh.
with any luck, as I said, if it's just disabling the USB port, great. If it's replacing the motherboard, I'm showing up at your place, Kevin.
I just want to point out, I looked up do all motherboards beep, and the first article is from 2001.
Yeah. Yeah. No, motherboards beeping I think is a relatively older thing. There were some computers I've worked on before that they don't beep. They have lights on the front, like 1, 2, and 3,
Right.
and then whatever combination of lights are on tells you what's wrong. I think that's
Oh.
a Dell thing. Dells do that.
It
or
yeah,
Dells
it
did
is a
that.
Dell thing.
Yeah.
Because that's the ones that's the computers I worked on when I was taking my computer repair class.
Mm-hmm. Dell makes good computers.
That's
they're-
a take.
No, they do.
They're better than they used to be.
That's fair. Like I know I had a couple of Dell. My family had Dells back in the day, and they were all shit. So
Let me rephrase that. Dell makes good office computers.
Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
They-
They
not
do
a
not
gaming
make good
machine.
laptops.
Oh
No.
no, it wasn't for gaming. I didn't start like PC gaming until. Did I have a Dell computer? I don't remember.
Yeah.
The only
For
laptops I
bog
personally bought are
standard normal
HPs.
For bog standard normal person, Dell makes good desktops.
Yeah, and so Dell's entire business model when they first started was they didn't have a warehouse of PCs. They built the PCs as they were ordered.
Oh.
Meaning, and they were able, and that let them keep costs down. I believe is their whole point of that. Dell has also fantastic support. Lenovo support is so.
I
But
never really had to deal with a lot of tech support.
well, I work in tech.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying on a user end. I've
Oh,
never really
okay.
had to.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, so like Dell and Lenovo are really nice because they have tools that are built into the computers that like do driver updates and shit like that. If you have an MSI laptop and you ever need to do any support on any of the drivers, good fucking luck. Like they're like they pretty much tell you like, hey, here's what's installed. Okay, can you give me a link to it? Nope.
no.
You know what computer
Can I-
brand? Yeah, go ahead.
Can I revert to the last update? What? No.
What's
What are you
that?
talking about?
We don't remember the last update.
You know what PC brand that I thought that I would like someone like dropped into my memory that I hadn't thought about in a long time? Gateway.
Oh yeah, I've worked with a
Oh
couple Gateway
wow,
computers.
Gateway was a thing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Do they still exist?
I think they
I
got
don't think
bought by Dell.
one way or another, it's like I don't remember a single one of their commercials. Only the fact that there was cow print involved.
They
Yes.
still exist.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh wait, they were
Acer.
acquired by Acer in 2007.
Did Carrot Top do advertisements for them? Or am I thinking of something else?
God, I don't know.
Or was that
Carrot
one?
Top was
I didn't expect
everywhere.
a Carrot Top reference.
But
or-
here we are.
or was that like
Bless you.
Oh, didn't he do stuff
Oh.
for like 1-800, like one of those collect? Remember when commercials for collect calls were on
Wasn't
TV?
it like 10, 10, 3, 2, 1?
Fun fact.
Yeah, I
The
think so.
commercial.
Fun fact. One of the former chairman of Gateway was Rick Snyder, the governor of Michigan during the Flint water crisis.
Oh, good.
Oh.
That's a real
Shocking.
good badge to be proud of. You mean the water crisis that's still going on?
Yeah. He's not governor anymore though.
I wonder why.
That's all I have to say to that.
What?
Gateway,
Just
gate, gatekeeping.
Oh,
Wow.
Fine.
Ryan with the
Thank you.
fire transitions.
You did the thing.
I don't know what we're talking about here.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
same here.
It's in this specific instance, it was in reference to anime, but in general, you could apply it to pretty much any like fandom kind of thing. So there's this idea of gatekeeping, which is basically keep out the people who you don't want in the fandom, like people who you think are ruining the fandom.
Star
And
Wars.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
The whole no true Scotsman thing.
Kinda, yeah. But it's basically just like people. The internet has definitely accelerated this process of people thinking that new fans are ruining the fandom, which is not a thing. But the point recently with anime, it's constant with anime. It is constantly ongoing, but it got so heated
You just unmuted yourself.
the
Yeah,
past
I know.
few days that it actually was trending on Twitter.
I saw
Which,
that.
by the
yeah.
way, the poor Twitter intern just gave up and just copy pasted the tweet as the description for the trending tag. So, but it's an issue. It's an issue that needs to be.
It's a
addressed.
weird issue. I mean, just the whole concept of like
Yeah,
new fans
It's
are bad.
elitism.
Like new fans are bad. I was here first. I'm better than you.
Yeah.
But like that's how you get a fandom to die and stay stagnant. Is
I always-
not
I saw-
introducing new people to
Again,
it.
I
Star
saw some wholesome posts with like welcoming new fans for like Avatar: The Last Airbender when it showed up on Netflix.
Yeah,
So I
that
thought
was
that
cute.
Wars. Yeah,
And
and
yeah, and addressing what you said, Monica, yeah, a lot of the most vocal Star Wars fans are toxic as fuck.
I
Yeah,
think the problem. Oh, go ahead, Monica.
yeah, that's why I haven't really fallen off of Star Wars in the last like 5 years, because not
Mhm.
that I was like ultra into it anyway, but like the fandom was very exclusive, and in terms of the way that they toxically would go after not only other fans but also the actors of the
Oh,
series.
yeah,
Or
Kelly
John
Marie-
Boyega.
Kelly Marie
Yeah,
Kelly
Yes,
Marie
you have-
Tran
and I think
got done
Yes, that's right.
super dirty.
So did
That-
John
like,
Boyega.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
John Boyega got done the dirtiest.
Yeah, but
He was supposed to be like a title, like main character, like Next Jedi kind of thing, and then sidelined.
Disney kowtows to China, and China doesn't like black people, so.
And then they had the fucking gall to post that thing a few days ago about storytelling is at the heart of being human and black representation in all media. Blah 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 blah.
John
Why did
Boyega.
you do him so fucking dirty?
Yep.
Okay, like Kelly Marie, but going back to Kelly Marie Tran, they did her like super dirty. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like Rose as a character, mostly because I think she's a poorly written character. That is not Kelly Marie Tran's fault. That is the writers, that is the directors, that is basically everyone but her's fault.
Well, yeah, she was just reading the lines.
She's acting with the material she is given. And if they wanted like a better read or something like that, they could have asked for one or something like that.
Yeah, that is definitely that you're correct there. Like,
well, yeah,
it's not always the actor.
No,
well,
that's
the entire.
Go ahead, sorry.
That's the entire downfall of the prequels. Is that the acting's terrible in the prequels, but that's not the fault of the actors.
Well, I mean, it is the fault of the actors because
it's not.
No, it's
George Lucas. George Lucas had to watch the take and go, "Yeah, that was good. We'll go with that."
No, that's what I'm saying though. It's like, oh, that's a really bad read. You should have really read that better. But but George Lucas never gave them those notes. So
I have a feeling George Lucas probably.
10%.
I have a feeling George Lucas probably told them Jedi are supposed to be emotionless.
Yeah.
Like act emotionless.
To reel back a little
that
bit,
doesn't
so we
explain
don't go
Hayden
too
Christensen.
far down the Star Wars rabbit hole. I also sorry guys.
I wasn't done yet.
I'm sorry. Get out your thought.
Yeah, but I don't want to move on yet. Hayden Christensen's acting in the Star Wars movies is spot on when he's not talking. Seriously, like go back. I know, but
he's a great
physical actor. He's an amazing physical actor.
Yeah,
and,
Ewan McGregor.
Okay, we can't compare Hayden Christensen to Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor is like all the way up here, and Hayden Christensen's like here. But after he turned to the dark side, especially on like Mustafar, when he's got like the yellow eyes and he's kind of just like glowering, it's just like, God damn.
Real quick though, going back to the base of the conversation, the gatekeeping thing. Star Wars gatekeeping is a entirely different thing, I think, because like I would say most of the planet. No. So gatekeeping still exists in the Star Wars universe, but it's just different. Oh, yeah. Because most people have seen Star Wars in some manner of yes. The Star Wars gatekeeping isn't so much of a like you can't be here, you're new. It's more of a you haven't read all the books. It's that kind of thing, like that elitist, like
The Last Jedi.
Not even that, but it's just more of the whole like
similar to the type of anime gatekeeping. It's like if you've only seen Shonen and Sailor Moon, there's a entire subset of people that just won't fucking talk to you because you are not experienced enough.
And I'm willing to bet like there is a lot of gatekeeping that is rooted in sexism. I mean, think about
110%.
Yeah, yes. Because of like think about like especially in like the early like 2010s with like all of the comic book stuff coming to light of just people being just grilling you on the facts, and it's just like why can't you can enjoy a thing without knowing every single thing about it.
You like comic books? Name all the Green Lanterns of Earth.
So, Steve, that's literally a copy paste that people post. It's like, oh, you like anime? Name like 25 anime that aren't DBZ or Pokemon.
Or Naruto.
That's a thing that people post. I'm like, who gives a fuck? And it also leads into like just general discussion, like how people approach anime, because there's this phrase about enjoying things the wrong way, which is the stupidest fucking thing ever. It's like let people watch things, and that also plays a lot into like dubs versus subs elitism kind of shit.
Yeah.
But
you watch dubs?
Yeah, like
oh god, yeah.
It's so tiring. Just let people. I'll take 10,000 people enjoying anime the wrong way over one "ew, you like anime" comment.
Like,
But
I
I
don't
saw
think
that
there
tweet.
is any wrong way to enjoy anime. Like me, I'm a very like compared to most of you guys, I'm a very casual anime fan. I pick up like what's popular. Like, I love My Hero. I guess Ruby's technically not an anime, but this is for saved for later. But I've recently started watching Ruby again because I figured why the fuck not.
Me too.
I'm very casual. It's like I don't I think like the farthest off the beaten path, so to speak, I've gone is probably either Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto or Promise Neverland, but even then I think that's kind of mainstream-ish.
What?
Promise Neverland's
What
a
about
Shonen
like
Jump
a
one,
Bobo
so.
Bobo Bobo?
I never watched
I'm thinking of
Bobo,
confusing
Bobo,
that and
Bobo.
another anime where it's got the you were showing it to me very early on with the blonde afro and things.
Yeah,
just
that's
got
Bobo.
That's
In the
Bobo.
in the mustache.
Yeah,
I never watched
Twist
that.
of the
though.
nose hair.
God.
where it was just really weird and off the wall.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
Oh, were you
It's-
talking about Space Dandy?
Oh
No, I haven't seen Space Dandy,
Okay.
so
no,
Space Dandy.
you might be thinking of what's that one like off the walls cop show, Mike?
Inferno
Oh,
Cop.
Inferno
Yes,
Cop.
That
Yeah,
might be what you're thinking of.
I remember that.
I think she would remember Inferno Cop.
I remember
That
Inferno
is a very distinctive anime.
I don't
Yeah.
remember Inferno Cop. I just remember going, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I remember.
speaking of anime, since we're already talking about it, I have progressed a bit further in Soul Eater.
Oh yeah, how's
Nice.
that going?
Excalibur. So I'm like, okay,
Excalibur.
so far, Maka's was out of the three main protagonists. Maka's the only one I like. Fuck Blackstar. Fuck Kid Death. I'm
What?
sorry, Kevin.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No, you guys are wrong.
No, I.
That's because you know how it is. It's over.
Hey, I'm making a like a spreadsheet.
Blackstar
for
is
him
just
to read.
nails on a fucking chalkboard.
But
for
anyway,
me, and Death the kid's too
but
neurotic
so
for
far
my taste.
in the 9 episodes I've watched, there hasn't been a redeeming enough arc for either of those characters yet. So maybe there's something that comes along for Kid Death or later that may justify your emotion.
There's a
He's
good
also
arc
Death
with
the Kid,
Hi, Danny.
right?
There's a what's the difference? There's a really interesting arc with
If you can't say the name right, then you don't deserve to be a fan. Then I'm gonna gatekeep you.
with Blackstar and Tsubaki get a pretty interesting
Oh,
arc
good job.
Girl.
Yeah. If you-
later on, like the one with the other sword. For those of you who have watched it,
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
she's
that's,
past that.
Masamune, that's already happened.
Yeah.
Has
If
Wait,
she's
are we
seen
talking-
if
one with
she's seen
Tsubaki's brother.
Excalibur, then she's seen Masamune, I think.
Yeah.
Are you talking? In the dub they refer to as Ragnarok.
No,
No.
that's the
No,
demon
Krona's
sword.
Okay, then no, I don't know what
Oh.
the fuck you mean by Masamune.
It's like a samurai sword looking thing.
Don't worry about it. But
Oh.
anyway,
Okay.
you'll get to it.
Guess you're not very far.
You
at
get
all.
to it. It's a good arc.
yeah, I'm
I
not
enjoyed
that
it.
far. Like I said,
Oh.
I'm only 9 episodes in, but they introduced Excalibur, and I've seen him before. Like I'm like, oh, so that's where that's from.
I hate him.
Excalibur
Fool.
I love him so much, and I'm like,
from the
okay,
United
so
K.
that's how they're gonna
I'm looking
put,
for her. Sorry.
So that's how
Dang.
they're gonna put Kid Death and Blackstar in their place by having this guy bring them down, and I am here for it.
He is so annoying, and I hate him for that. But but he's just so. It's so funny.
Have you seen the exam episode yet?
No, like I said,
Okay.
I'm not that far.
Yeah, it sounds like you're only around like episode 7, I think.
Yeah, I'm not terribly far. I changed up my workout schedule a little bit, so I'm not watching every day.
I need to keep
Yeah.
reading the manga.
If I'm being totally honest, the anime doesn't have a solid character arc
No.
for Blackstar or Death the Kid. The manga definitely does, but
I
not
do know
so
some-
much in the anime.
I do know some spoilers from the manga for all three of them a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I
The
need
Book
to...
of Avon arc is fucking god tier in the manga. So
I
Yeah,
should
and
reread
and in the anime, it's just like it's this thing. It does this thing. There you go.
I
Yeah.
don't remember. I don't remember that.
It's fine. We won't talk about it.
Shows what I remember. I don't even remember what the fuck you're talking about.
Ooh, that's
But
gonna be a
you guys
reaction gift.
But I know both you and Kevin were saying that you both were apparently rewatching Ruby.
Yeah, I just I not like rewatch. I picked back up at season 7 because that's where I fell off. So I've just figured, you know what? I'm just gonna watch season 7 from the beginning and see what just see what happens. I'm enjoying it. It's
Is
good
8
shit.
the new one?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I
I missed this last episode from this last week, but the first one after like the mid-season break was like.
No spoilers, please.
I know, but
I never even let
good or
read it.
bad? Just say good or bad.
Good.
I think
If
Go
you
ahead.
liked the arc with those like creepy like long-armed guys that like drained all
Ooh,
like
that was a good arc.
ambition,
The apathy.
yeah, apathy. There, it's not exactly like that, but it's the same kind of like horror vibes. And there's this reveal
Okay.
near the end that's kind of like, kind of like
I think I did get a spoiler for something about Penny at the end of season 7. But I don't want to say it for anyone who's behind or might watch it at some point.
I think I finished season 7 just because my dad really wanted to keep watching it, but it was just kind of bland for me.
It's not super exciting.
Yeah, it's
Not everything
like-
has to be super exciting though. I don't know.
well, no, but it's like 5 was dog shit, and then 6 was just kind of bad, and now 7 was ugh.
I enjoyed
fine.
watching Weiss's dad get put in his place. That was fun. I'm not at that
Yeah.
point yet in my rewatch. I remember it
Yeah.
happening the first time I watched.
Yeah.
Fuck Jacques
Okay.
Schnee. Stop hurting Best Girl.
Whatever.
You disagree with
I
Weiss being Best Girl?
I hard disagree with what.
Oh, I-
girl.
My dude, I bought my dad a figure of Weiss. He
Weiss
loves her so much.
Weiss is okay.
Wow.
It's either Weiss or Penny is Best Girl.
He has I got him a
I don't have the
figure,
treats
I got
here,
him
Monica.
a wall scroll, and I got him a mug with her logo, with the Snee Just Company logo on it.
The
Who is
snowflake.
Ruby Best Girl, Monica?
Yang.
I can
Fair.
get behind that. If you said Blake, I would be kind of like,
No.
I don't dislike Blake. She's just kind of boring.
Pre-season 5, I would say it's a toss-up between Yang and Ruby.
I would. Pre-season 5.
Yes, pre going to shit.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Ruby, I think, is still my favorite.
I like Ruby. Ruby's good, but I don't know. I think Weiss is just an interesting character arc, but that's just me.
Current season, I would say it's between Ruby and Weiss.
I mean, I like all of them a lot.
I would
Oh,
like
yeah.
to see
But
nothing. White Rose. I was gonna make a White Rose joke, but
yeah, that's probably never gonna happen. But Bumblebee's
know.
probably gonna happen.
oh yeah, they're all
There should have
but
been
hinting
Bumblebee
at it in
hard.
season 7.
Oh yeah.
Damn it, I want me some White Rose.
Christine and I just finished. No, we finished Food Wars,
Oh yeah.
and now we're watching Cells at Work.
Yay!
Yay.
Cells at Work is so good.
Yeah, we just finished Food Poisoning.
Wait to watch
When-
Cells at Work Dark.
When is Food Wars season 3?
It's out.
The third plate, it's out.
Is it
Yeah,
dubbed?
and it is definitely dubbed.
Maybe we
What?
missed it.
I
We're-
think I think
Let's
we're gonna
check
have.
the verb.
I think we're gonna watch Cells at Work at some point. I think Vanessa's mom actually recommended it or mentioned it at some point. So
Oh, it's
Yes,
so
it's
good.
fun as hell.
she
Yeah,
she
it's
she is a
fair.
nurse, so that makes sense.
It top tier.
Oh, that's the wrong Twitter message. Sorry, Ryan. There you go. There's the link to the dub of season 3.
On what platform?
Verve.
Ugh.
Season 3 of. Is it dub any good? Oh, that's
Oh,
Food
yeah.
Wars.
The
Never.
dub is great. Yeah.
It's fine.
And
It's better
fun
than
sells at
other
work,
dubs I've
yes.
watched recently.
Is it part of Crunchyroll? What's it part of?
It's High Dive.
Oh. So it wouldn't be on Funimation?
No.
Babe, we watch it on Hulu.
It's the third season's not on Hulu.
Okay. Did you double check?
It's on
Just
Verve.
Yes, we checked like last week.
Updated.
The dub's been out since 2019.
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
It's not just like it just
Children,
finished kind of
children,
thing.
I will turn this podcast around.
What's everyone else been watching?
I finished. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
I started and dropped halfway through Persona 4: The Golden Animation.
Really?
I was having a difficult time trying to figure out what kind of fucking show it was.
Monica,
like-
didn't we watch that at some point?
We didn't watch the anime. I know I watched an LP of Persona 4 Golden, but
Wait, we did. I could swear we watched the some Persona anime
maybe we did.
with the
Actually-
gray-haired protagonist.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I was
Oh
going
god,
to.
I completely
wait,
forgot about it.
Wait, so what's the difference between Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden? Is there a difference?
It's half the length, so I guess they tried to cram as much they could into 12 episodes as opposed to
'cause I
24.
Well, I think there's different versions of the game too.
Yeah.
So I think that's what the difference is.
If
So-
memory serves, I think Golden has like an extra final boss.
Yeah.
We just
here-
watched the
here's
regular
my
Persona 4 one, I think.
Here's my mildly controversial take. Anime adapted from video games that are not Pokemon are bad.
Welcome to any video game adaptation ever,
Well, with
with the exception of Sonic, apparently.
yeah, with these, but also like for me, it's just a matter of video games. You're used to like 25-hour or even like 50-hour like gameplay. Like you're used to just this vast world of content, and then one season of an anime is 5 hours. You can't cram all the story into that. It just don't work.
Yeah, I think a lot of games though have a lot of padding. Like with my time, say like Assassin's Creed, I finished the Origins, the Egyptian one. I finished that one. I think I like 76 hours in it. I would say probably at least half of that was like side quests and just getting from here to there.
Well, so here's
You
the
know,
thing,
That's
though.
still like
Though-
35 hours of like main content.
And
I mean, you're
those
not
side
wrong,
quests still flesh out the world.
Yeah,
like-
Well, again, but you can't have that in a show though. Like,
Exactly. So and here's where I was gonna get to. The whole thing is that like older generations, like they'll be like growing up, they're always like, you won't play video games forever. Like there'll be a time where you don't want to play video games anymore. And I was always kind of like, I don't think so. And now now I realize that there's only so much you can do in a TV show or like a movie. Like playing through a story holds so much more significance. Like I can
can
tell
see
you up and down about the plot of like Red Dead 2, a game I played once.
Yeah.
But like season 14 of Supernatural, like I couldn't tell you what that season was about.
I
I
think
that's also
I just had like a bit of a sorry, Mike. I just had a bit of like a revelation of why like a lot of older generations are looked down on video games so much, because back in like their day, what they know of video games is just like, oh, it's Mario or like even like Pong or like Galaga or something like that. There's no story. It's just gameplay. But nowadays, many games are like tell like any Assassin's Creed game or fucking Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't played
anything
it.
made by Naughty Dog.
Anything made by Naughty Dog is like a rich world and story, but because they have this prejudice against like how video games equal bad, they won't.
Nintendo
ever
is
give
not
it
a video
chance.
game company.
Which is why I really wish I could convince my parents, be like, hey, I think you might have fun with this, but my dad's a cranky old man and my mom just doesn't seem the type to like they're too stuck in their ways at this point to even give it a shot, even if I don't know.
Going back to the adaptation process, though, I think one of the reasons why Pokemon has been so successful is that it doesn't try to adapt the games, really. It just uses the games as like a framework to tell an entirely different story.
Yeah,
In
I mean,
in all fairness, like none of the Pokemon games really have that. All that, most of them, or at least the ones I've played, don't have that intricate of a story. So
Well, at least in terms of like the first generation. Like,
I
they've
would
Me
gotten
and
more
Kevin are giving you
developed
the
as
look.
time has
well,
gone
okay.
on.
In all fairness,
Them's fighting words.
I've only ever played beginning to end, and I'm not actually
I'm
sure
gonna
I
go
actually
fucking
finished it.
fight you.
Was what?
Kevin's gonna fucking fight you.
I've only played Leaf Green. Leaf Green was the one I played and
Trumpets
finished.
intensify.
what?
But I only played
Trumpets
like
intensify.
Mhm.
I'm a Hoenn baby.
Mm.
Except that wasn't my
I-
that wasn't my first one though. But that's my favorite gen.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Leaf Green was my game, so I'm just basing it off of that. So
Mm.
that's actually the only Pokemon game I've actually played. So
The other anime that I watched,
I was going to ask.
Oh yeah.
I started and finished Pet Shop of Horrors. It is
Oh,
on
how'd that
Verve.
go?
It is dubbed, and it's only 4 episodes. I highly recommend it.
I am
Okay.
interested. Like, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how scary is it?
It's not scary.
Oh,
I
Well, now
imagine
I-
it's more
now I just
grotesque than scary.
Yeah,
well, I'll watch it. Vanessa won't.
On
it
a scale of
it's old, but don't look at
Let's
don't
see.
pay too much attention to the animation.
Let's see.
That's a good sign.
It came out in '99. That
Oh,
was my
wow.
Madhouse, so might be good.
It is dubbed, and it is on Verve.
Whose drawing style is that? I recognize that.
Let's see. Manga is written by Matsuyaki No. I feel like I've seen their name before. Nothing I recognize
It looks
though.
it's like a shoujo art style. You know?
Josei, technically, which is like older women instead of young girls.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh. I need to play
But I recommend
Omega
it.
Ruby.
Okay, I've been wanting to check it out at least because it's the Pet Shop of Horrors kind of has like a cult fandom around it. So
I wanted to get the manga, and then I saw the price for 1 volume, and I'm just like,
yeah, out of print.
out of print, and they're all like $30 on Amazon from
Yeah.
random sellers.
Oh, I just got remembered. There's this totally forgotten manga called Hurrah Sailor. Read the first volume. I was like, this was pretty fun. I want to find the second volume. Not only is it out of print, but there just seem to be no physical copies in existence. Not even like extremely overpriced out of print copies. It's just fucking gone. And there's no scans of it online. Like you can read manga online just because people upload it illegally. It's not there. It's just fucking gone. And it's so maddening that I can't finish like 5 more chapters of this manga that I like.
Is Dusk Maiden of Amnesia the manga out of print? Because I can't find that either.
I imagine so. That's a bit of an older one, I think.
It might be an like older one, but like the anime looks more recent than anything,
Let's see.
which was also pretty good.
Good old. Oh, the anime was from 2012.
It
Oh,
looks
manga
more
was from
recent than that. But
Oh, manga was from 2008.
because I
Might
just
not have
can't
even
find.
been licensed.
Well, that could be it.
Did we miss anyone's anime or TV shows?
I have I just finished rewatching the first season of Log Horizon, which was
Ooh.
super fun.
What's Log Horizon again?
It's a trapped in a video game anime, except it's
But
not
good.
it's not a death game one. It's like they are actually trapped in like basically World of Warcraft.
Interesting.
It
And,
actually
like,
follows the rules of a video game.
Yes, and they
Which is
actually
why it's
have to like
interesting.
use the rules of the video game to like reshape society.
No
I
spoilers.
just finished rewatching the first season. Really fun. Animation's kind of,
Where
but
can I watch it? I want to watch it again.
it's
Wait,
weird.
isn't everything?
I think it's on. I think the whole dub is on Verve, but it's It's divided
Ooh.
up weird because some of it is.
Do I want to watch the dub?
I didn't watch it. Oh, you can watch. You can watch it all.
That's one where I remember
don't think
I remember watching the dub and going, ew.
For some reason,
It's
I
on
don't
Funimation.
think.
Subbed and dubbed on Funimation.
How is it on Funimation?
I
That
think.
don't make a lick of sense because it's licensed by Sentai Filmworks. Oh well, but yeah, would recommend. I'm gonna start up season 2 hopefully soon, and season 3 is airing right now. I'm hyped. Fun fact: the light novel author was arrested for tax evasion about 5 years ago. So
Oh, nice.
Rip. Was it just for tax evasion?
yes, just they've like said like this is how much money he owed. He has to go to jail now.
I mean, in all fairness, they arrested Al Capone for tax evasion.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hello, Chris.
Hey Chris. Let's talk about favorite ships. My favorite ship is the Black Pearl.
I was gonna say I like
I-
the Bismarck, but
I prefer the HMS Dauntless.
I think
The
you
Interceptor?
like my
The Interceptor.
apostrophe there on ship.
Nope. Yeah, we're talking about ships. I'm also
also
a big
talking
fan
about-
of the Firefly or Serenity. It's a good one.
I love the Flying Dutchman too. Not the one from Pirates, the one from SpongeBob.
Oh, that's a good choice. Yep. That's a good ship.
If we're going,
You're good. You're good.
Good. You're good.
All I wanted was a
You're good.
Valentine's Day topic that we could all fucking participate in.
Monica, I'll be honest.
if we're going video games, the Jackdaw is probably pretty great.
Ooh, Jackdaw, yeah. Monica, I'll be honest.
Forward Unto Dawn. You gotta give Forward Unto Dawn.
Oh yes, I forgot spaceships count too.
I saw that topic in the list, and I'm like, I know what she means, but I'm gonna completely derail this.
I had the same thought, but like a couple minutes ago.
Mostly because my favorite ship, like relationship, in any video game.
Yeah, I was
Just
just
pick
putting,
Kingdom
like,
Hearts,
general,
you
like,
fucking
I was gonna say Riku and Kairi, or not Riku and Kairi. Sora and Kairi's pretty up there.
I was about to punch you for saying that one.
I mean, Sora and Riku a little bit nowadays.
Even now,
What
even
about
now,
Roxas
I'm
and
just
Axel?
like, what the fuck?
No,
What about
Roxas is.
and Axel.
Okay, if I had to pick like a same-sex couple ship in Kingdom Hearts, it'd be Roxas and Axel. But I'm thinking more of a
Big beefy boy and the twink.
yeah.
Hell
But for Roxas, I'm thinking more of Shion. I like Shion. Anime ship.
You don't have to think of one for any.
I know. But so in My Hero, I'm 100% Deku and Uraka.
Yee! I
But-
was about to.
Really?
That
But-
was premature there.
Hold on. After watching the newest movie, I left the theater and I went to Christine and I was like, I kind of ship Bakugo and Deku.
And I was like,
Wrong.
me too.
Wrong.
Correct.
Wrong.
Nope. I
Incorrect. Delete.
did
Toxic as fuck.
did you see the newest movie?
No, but I saw the first episode where he tells Deku to go kill himself.
Yeah, but then
did you also see
the
the episode in season 3 where they literally had the gayest fight I've ever seen.
just kiss already. I don't know.
Pretty fucking gay ass fight.
It's also an awesome fight, but in
Great fight, but like there is so much sexual tension in that fight.
so like in the second
I'm having.
movie,
I want to disagree with you, but I don't think I can.
No, you can't.
in the second movie, they have some really good moments that made me go, "Huh, okay."
All right.
No,
okay.
Deku and Uraraka all the way for me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That is the true ship. But Deku and Bakugo fuck on the side.
Okay, but what about that weird doujin someone made of Froppy and Jontron?
Wait, what?
Ah, no.
I'm sorry.
We're done. We're ending the podcast early. We're done.
This
I'm
is
out.
real.
I'm
This
out.
is real.
I'm
Let
out.
me let me find it.
Please don't.
Oh!
Don't.
Please no. I don't want
God.
to. Is it a drawn doujin? I'm guessing all doujins are drawn.
No. What? There isn't. A doujin has to be drawn, Kevin. That's the definition of a doujin.
Shut up. Shut up. Just shut your mouth.
I haven't even seen it yet, and I feel mentally scarred.
It's gonna be
Just for putting
annoying
that
to
off
find.
my brain.
Also, Aang and Katara.
I'll throw in my my
Oh,
2 cents.
that's-
I watched Love Live and Bang Dream, and all of the characters are shipped. So
With each other. Big orgy.
Okay, that is my. That's another ship. That's my kind of like secondary ship in My Hero is Deku and Froppy or
I don't get that ship.
Stu.
I don't
They're
get
kinda
that
cute.
ship. I don't get it though.
I
They have
come
like
from season
one
1
interaction.
mostly.
Yeah, they have one
Yeah.
interaction in season 1.
And that little bit with her in season 3.
But that's
where-
not to him though. That's just the entire like group.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Yeah, I think they'd be cute together, but that's just my opinion.
I ship Astolfo and Monster the energy drink.
Oh, should we
God.
talk about that?
well, let's finish this topic first.
I ship and as I ship red blood cell and white blood cell so hard.
Yes.
Does it work?
That's a good one.
Like they are great. There's an episode coming up.
Don't
that-
tell.
I'm not gonna tell it, but it's it's one of the healthiest depictions I've ever seen of a male female interaction of just empowering her, and it's really good.
Okay.
I would literally die for red blood cell.
Yeah.
Well, voiced by Kana Hanazawa.
I don't know, we're watching the
Kana
dub.
Hanazawa goes to high school.
We're watching the dub.
Kana Hanazawa is a very prolific voice actress who was in everything for a very long time.
Oh.
So she's the Vic Mignogna of Japan.
Yes, but without the sexual assault.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yay!
minus all of that.
That's good. It's good to be famous and not have sexual assault.
That's
Yup.
good.
She also
mean,
she also lacks a penis, but
I mean,
True.
yeah. I mean, I guess
Or
I should have
does
said
she?
Steve Blum or something, but like, I don't know any other like male anime voice actors other than fucking
There's Chris Sabat, voice of All Might and Vegeta.
who does Natsu from Fairy Tail?
Oh, that's Todd Habercorn.
Yeah, I think
Also
I
Death
think
the
he's
Kid,
in-
right?
He's
Yeah, he's
in
also
all,
Death the Kid.
he's in all the things too. So
I think
Yep.
he voiced Alan and D. Greyman, which was a weird choice.
He was also the young prince in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, right?
I don't remember.
The
Yes.
prince.
Yes,
yeah.
he was. What's Ling?
Ling.
Fullmetal Alchemist
yeah.
Brotherhood has a great fucking dub.
Yeah.
And a
Oh
great
yeah.
ship.
Like
And a great ship.
Oh, one of the best ships. I forgot about that one.
like
Yeah.
Ed and Winry.
people ship or
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I
like
know
I thought we were talking
I'm
about.
talking about Roy and Hawkeye.
Oh well, that's a great ship too.
Also that one.
I was talking
Also
about
that
Ed and
one.
Al.
I'm banning you from your own
Incest.
podcast.
I was kidding.
Incest is Wincest.
No,
The silence there.
Ed-
The beat of silence.
Ed and Winry is great, and also
I'm still
Hawkeye
mad we
and
never
Mustang
got-
is great.
I'm still mad we didn't get a kiss out of that.
Me too.
Christine finally speaks.
I've spoken a couple times. I'm still paying attention.
She's
So
busy.
Who are you? Your ultimate, Christine?
So now I have to
Say it,
actually
Nadine.
participate.
Everyone in Honey Pop.
No, not everyone in Honey Pop. Ultimate ship, like in anime or just in
Anything.
Yeah.
anything?
Could be
like-
video games, anime, TV,
Yeah,
movie.
Sam and Dean.
No.
Just say Sam and Dean.
No,
Are
it's
they
not
brothers?
Sam and Dean. Wincest
Yes.
is bullshit.
Incest is Wincest.
It's actually
That's where Wincest. That's where Wincest comes from.
Yeah.
it's actually Dean and Cass. No, my ultimate ship.
Don't lie, it is Dean and Cass.
My ultimate ship.
The ultimate shit.
What would it be?
Is it like Hermione and Ron?
No.
Good.
Nah.
Hermione belongs with Harry.
No, you're wrong.
No, Ron belongs
No.
with Harry.
Okay, that's fair. I can see,
As
No,
a
but
book reader, I have to disagree.
but actually, kinda. At least
I read the
you're-
books
If
too.
you've seen the
So-
movies, I could see the case being made. But if
This
Nope,
is-
I've read the books too. I've read the
in
books.
You listen to
In-
the books, but yeah.
in
I
the
still
book-
read
in
the
the-
books.
In the books,
you
no.
want me to say my
Movies,
ultimate
yes, I
ship?
ship Harry and Hermione.
It's gonna be controversial to any Harry Potter fans out there, but Tonks and Charlie Weasley.
I wasn't even aware that was an option.
I didn't. Yeah.
They grew up in school
everything's
together.
an option,
Oh.
Steve.
Everything's an option in
that-
fanfic.
and
Dumbledore
while-
in the
well,
other
and
one.
while
I'm
I-
sure that's been made already.
And while I like Lupin and Tonks, I prefer Charlie to actually have a life.
Wait, did he marry Fleur?
Yes.
No, that was Bill.
Oh, Bill, yeah.
Oh, that was Bill.
Charlie wasn't in the movies.
Oh yeah, that's right. he was.
Right.
I
They
for-
did- they
That's
did
why
my
I
dra-
forgot him.
They did my Dragon Boy dirty. So
He's
Yeah,
in a
they,
deleted
like,
scene.
offhandedly mention
No,
him.
he's
and-
not.
Molly Weasley is too many
Isn't there a
fucking
deleted
kids.
scene in one where they hand Norbert to him?
Irish
No.
wizard, Steve. Irish wizard.
Fucking Irish.
I think it's just mentioned. I don't think they actually.
They don't believe in
show it.
contraception.
no, they just
stuff.
said so in the actual movie they say Charlie.
Fetus deletus.
They Hagrid just like gestures to the dragon wranglers in movie 4 and says, "Oh yeah, Charlie's over there wrangling them." Like, okay. In the actual book, Charlie goes up and talks to Hagrid, and
Was it part of the video game that we see that interaction? Because I swear there's an interaction where, like, Harry goes on a balcony
that's in the book.
and then Charlie flies by and he gives him the dragon.
Oh wait, in the book it's not even Charlie; it's his. two
That's
friends.
definitely not a movie. Not in any of the movies.
Was it in one? Was it in the first? Was it in the first game? Maybe like the Harry Potter PS1 game.
Oh, I never played PS1 game.
Apparently,
Hagrid
the
looks
deleted
great.
scene is from Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, so my ships, Ruby and Weiss from Ruby, like super hardcore. Korra and Asami from Legend of Korra.
Good
Like
choice. good choice.
it's like now we're like partway through season 3 right now, and even now it's just like I ship it so hard. Even though they're not like really setting it up yet, that doesn't start until like beginning of season 4. Well, I mean it's last season, but yeah. Harry Potter wise, because I just thought of it, Neville and Luna, but I don't think that's a controversial take.
no, that's a good take. I like that
Neville
take.
Luna, that's okay. You're entitled.
These are all opinions, Christine.
I know.
There's no wrong opinion. There's no wrong ships.
Here's a wrong ship.
Oh,
Incest.
okay. Here's where we're gonna get into the fighting.
Okay, hit me.
Pokemon ships.
I don't fucking care
Oh,
about Pokemon.
I have no opinion.
guys have fun.
But I'll be interested to hear it.
Ash and
Okay.
Misty.
Yeah, for the people who me and Kevin might throw hands on this one.
Ash and Misty.
I know yours. Yours is
That is-
Misty.
That is.
Misty's
It is-
super cute.
Who?
I'm a
See, I
sucker
don't
for
know
redheads.
anymore because I've seen Sun and Moon.
I haven't, and I know that there's an actual ship there. He gets a kiss. I know that.
No, that's in X and Y. That's at the end of X and Y.
Oh.
Serena's another really good one.
There's just a lot of Ash
So
gets
what's the
Ash
opinion here?
gets
What
get
are we throwing
good
hands
stuff.
about?
I don't know. I'm waiting to see if he picks May or Dawn, and then I have to punch him in the face.
Oh.
James
Not
and
not
Victory Bell.
Dawn. Not Dawn. Dawn's
James and
too.
Victory Bell.
Okay,
oh.
that's a
You
good
see,
one.
no,
That's a good one.
I'm picking between Misty and May. I want to say May.
Mm,
I know you're a Misty fan.
Fight! Fight! Fight!
Would you prefer I say Dawn?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
100% no.
I never like Dawn was cute, but like too annoying.
I have no idea who
Oh,
Dawn is.
no.
so-
Hold on.
Gen 4. Steve.
Hold on.
I know Misty, and that's about it.
Hold on.
I sense a hot take incoming.
It's not even gonna be a
Apparently,
hot take.
Brock almost got with the Viper lady from the Battle Frontier.
Almost.
Yeah.
Is Brock still an incel?
Brock hasn't been in the anime, so actually no, he's made some appearances. He made some appearances in Sun and Moon, but he is still a massive flirt.
There you go,
Yes.
Mike. I just posted it in Twitter.
All right, let's have a
I swear
look.
to Christ.
Oh,
I'm scared.
That's hair.
No,
That
that's
That is
acceptable.
hair.
That is acceptable, actually.
Mike's like, I will accept that.
Don't tell them what it is. Don't you tell them what it is.
Hold on, I
That
need
is
to.
between you and me.
I'm gonna put it on stream. Hold on.
That's a. Is it? Wait. Okay. I'm gonna hazard a guess because her hair reminds you something. That's a Pokemon, isn't it?
Wait, what? What are we looking at? What? Sorry.
Am I
my brain,
right?
What?
Am I right?
You might be right.
Listen.
Y'all are fucked up.
Listen.
Yeah, that is a Pokemon.
Did you see Pokemon Heroes?
No.
Really good movie.
Fantastic movie. That I like how Steve was just like, I'm gonna hazard a guess.
It's a Pokemon.
Let me
It-
take a
it-
spin.
It's one of those.
Take a
It's one of
stab
those.
at it.
It's one of those red and blue Lugia looking motherfuckers.
It was
His
a
name I
it's
don't know.
Latias. Yes,
Latias,
it was
yeah.
Latias. Gen 3.
Latios and Latiace,
It's
right?
fucking weird, guys.
What was the
fucking
third one
weird.
named?
What?
What? Because there was a third one. What was it named? Or did it ever get a name?
It didn't get a name. It
It
was
was
just
green,
like
right?
no,
Pretty sure
it
it
was
was
just
green.
like on him. It was actually movie original. They're just like, yeah,
Yeah, I
was-
know.
That was their dad.
Yeah.
He dead now.
He dead.
God. There's Dad.
No, I think I like Ash and May. That's my like main ship.
Mm,
Anyone
don't
else got any
know.
ship? Ryan, have you told us
Uh,
any of your ships yet?
I said the Love Live and Bang Dream thing.
That's it? That's all you got?
Yeah, I can't really think of
Hmm.
anything other than those.
Fair enough.
Wait, but
I
Mike,
got a few.
who's your Pokemon ship?
I
Oh yeah, we haven't
It's
really
hard.
heard Mike ships.
it's hard because Ash and Misty is just the classic. It's just,
I think
Yep,
Ash
yes.
marries Misty in the end.
Does he?
I mean, that's what I wholeheartedly
It's-
like to believe
you
is
could
is
say that.
he
and
goes
she
back and
comes
marries
back
her.
for a bit in Sun and Moon. Like,
Yes.
she makes
Isn't-
reappearances there.
Isn't Ash still like fucking 12 like decades later?
They all are.
Listen, it's Simpsons logic. We don't address how old they actually are.
And South Park logic, kind of.
Yeah.
Except in
Oh,
South Park,
but,
they did go up a grade at one point.
Yeah. True. But then in X and Y, Serena is like one of the best written companions in Pokemon ever. And she actually kisses him at the end of the series.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, she's got that going. But then Suiren in Sun and Moon is just the best girl ever. And she's got maybe a thing going with him. It's a hard choice. And also Latias, but it's a hard choice.
Also Latias. I'm glad we can agree on the Latias thing.
Listen,
I'm just kind of amazed I was
8-year-old
able to.
Mike, all about that.
I'm just kind of amazed I was able to put that together through context clues.
Like, let
Yep.
me take a stab at this.
That's a
But-
Pokemon,
but-
isn't it?
The true, the undisputable Pokemon ship for me.
All right.
Red
Rock.
and yellow from the
Ah.
manga.
Oh, that's manga.
Read Pokemon Adventures.
Nah.
It's good.
Is Yellow
Once-
a girl?
Shit, that's a spoiler.
What? What just happened?
Ah, Mike gave
Mike
us a
just spoiled the
spoiler.
manga for us.
Clipping that right now.
Shit, that's a spoiler.
Other ships.
See if
Moving
that
on.
worked. Mike, as soon as I finish,
Fuck, a topic change.
Mike, as soon as we finish Soul Eater, I'll trade you the Soul Eater mangas back in exchange for the Pokemon Adventure mangas.
Okay, I have like 50 volumes of it.
Oh, well, now I gotta decide: do I want the Pokemon Adventure mangas or do I want the One Piece mangas? Because I've been reading up on One Piece lore again, and I'm like, I want to read or watch One Piece.
Yeah,
Oh God.
First, I
why?
gotta finish Naruto though.
yeah.
God save
But
you.
other ships. Soul and Maka, top tier
course.
for me.
Yep.
That's
Of course, that's a
Maka,
good
yeah.
ship.
amazing. Yeah, that's
I-
a good one.
I can see it. I still like the partnership vibes though that I'm getting from them so
Yeah.
far.
That's
Also
I'm here
good.
for
Not
the
for that.
platonic vibes.
Not
Platonic ship is
That's a good
also a
one.
good ship for them.
Christine wants
gonna
something
go
to fuck.
classic and go
I want them to have
Yusuke and
cute little baby
Keiko from
kids.
Yu Yu Hakusho. That is, Keiko is like one of the best written female characters in Shonen Jump ever. So that one's just
I need to watch that at some point.
is so good.
At some point, that one kind of turns into Dragon Ball Z with like endless tournament arcs as well.
Not
so I'm
really.
just like,
Not at all.
It
Not at all,
worked.
actually.
My clipping button worked. I made a clip of Mike spoiling that.
Did
I
you
think.
clip the spoiler?
I think so. Yeah.
But
I still have no idea what happens.
speaking of Dragon Ball Z, I'm gonna throw this one out there. Gohan and Videl. I love it.
Yeah. That's a valid ship.
I like
People give
I
Videl
like
way
Nappa
too much
and
shit, but
Vegeta.
I
you
love
realize
Videl.
Videl's a human. She's a
She's like one of my
badass
favorite
human.
female characters in Dragon Ball Z.
I
Yeah,
like
she's a
Nappa and
badass.
Vegeta.
People shit
Watch
on the
it,
human
listen.
characters in Dragon
Aren't
Ball
they-
Z way too much.
Vegeta.
Because,
Aren't they
like-
together anyway?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They have together. They have kids together.
Vegeta.
But like the whole thing is like people shit on like the human characters in Dragon Ball Z all the time. But you have to realize that they're going up against like literal aliens with
Gods.
like god powers.
They're gods.
Like Videl can hold her own against Gohan. To a point.
And then not a ship you would be familiar with, but from Gintama, I'm gonna Gintoki and Tsukuyo. Just
Is there
yeah.
anywhere we can watch that show?
it's
Verve.
on Verve. There's no dub, and there's 350 episodes.
That's several
It's a
episodes.
commitment.
What about Curry and Curry Ninja?
Curry
Ah.
Ninja? Curry Ninja. What about Santa? He shows up a few times in that series.
Oh,
I have
God.
several questions.
Oh no.
Watch Gintama.
Oh
Oh no.
Okay.
do
What
I
was
have any other
Monica?
ships?
Oh. You're still going.
I don't think so. Yeah, yeah, I'm good.
Has
Okay.
everyone submitted their ships?
Yes.
just one final thought. Jamie and Brienne.
Yeah, that's a good ship.
Well,
Yeah,
the show
season-
ships that too, though.
Season 8 kind of
Except not really.
Well, once
fuck.
they acknowledged that, they kind of ruined it, but it's fine.
That's because season 8 was a garbage fire.
Yeah. Jamie had such a good redemption arc going, and then they just killed it.
And then they said, nope, fuck that shit.
But
Jamie doesn't get a happy ending.
I still love the way that that built up. But anyway,
What's Monica's movie of the week?
so my
Oh.
movie of the week. So
Eh.
on Valentine's Day, Nat and I watched the most romantic movie, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Oh, I wanted to watch that. Is it good?
It is very good. It is the best way I could describe it is it was a very spiritual experience watching it. It's really hard to describe the emotions I felt during it other than that.
Brief
because-
plot summary?
It's about
plot-
the CIA's assassination of Fred Hampton,
Yes.
Oh, wasn't he
Eh.
one of the... wait, Fred...
the Black Panther leader.
Right, yeah,
Oh.
okay. I'm
Black
pretty
Panther
sure-
character villain.
I'm pretty sure I listened to a Behind the Bastards on the bastards who killed Fred Hampton.
But the thing was, the whole thing with the framing of Judas there is it follows the story of William O'Neill, who was a black man that was on the run from the feds, and they caught him, and they essentially were like, we could charge you, or you could infiltrate, you could be our inside man to the Black Panther. So it follows his arc, and using that kind of framing of Bill O'Neill as Judas and the Black Messiah being Fred Hampton.
What?
By the
sorry,
way,
Hi, Drake.
sorry. Wait, what was the movie called? I'm gonna put it on my list.
Judas and the Black Messiah. It's on
Judas?
HBO Max, and it's also
Oh, cool. I have
it's also
HBO
a
Max.
reference to the title's also a reference to the actual CIA operation COINTELPRO, in which they attempt to quell a quote Black Messiah within the any Black Messiahs within the civil rights movement.
Yeah, it is extremely good. There's a very cute moment in there because they show Fred Hampton getting with one. There's a girl he gets with, and they're in bed together, and she like putting his like cold. He's putting like his cold feet on her, and he's like, and he's like, stop being a foot capitalist. And
That's
and
actually
now,
really funny.
and now
Oh, this is This like just came out.
this just came out, and there's a very interesting Venn diagram. So I think I talked about it when I did end up watching it a few months ago. But there's a very interesting Venn diagram between this movie and Trial of Chicago 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because both of them show the assassination of Fred Hampton, and they frame it in because there's that vendor. They both take a place around the same time in Chicago, and just being like, "Hey, Chicago feds kind of suck," and not that we didn't know that already, but it's set in that same time period of the late 60s. But and it's really interesting showing the different ways that they use that, because in Trial of Chicago 7, it's more the sort of the thing that breaks Bobby Seale in that particular sense, which technically didn't historically happen, but whatever. And then in the way they frame this story, because they treat it very much and focus a lot on in terms of that Jesus comparison, the Black Panthers like leading the kids of Chicago mission. And the other interesting parallel as well is they bring this up in the movie too, but Bill O'Neill did a interview in, I think it was the late 80s, I think 1990, about his experience being essentially a double agent. And after that airs, he kills him, much like Judas. They both end in demise.
Yeah. Would definitely also just recommend reading up on COINTELPRO. It's some fucked up shit that the CIA did to dismantle the civil rights movement.
Oh yeah, like there's like some propaganda shit that got thrown out that basically did their best to paint the Black Panthers in a terrible light, which I'm sure they weren't all like, it wasn't all saints or anything like that, but it was to the point where even like my mother doesn't think that the Black Panthers like were there. My mother thinks the Black Panthers were like mostly like thugs and like and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember my dad talking about it because he was pretty little at the time. He was only like he would have been only like kindergarten age, and remember there was a very big fear.
Yeah, it's like the only reason we know that Dr. King cheated on his wife is because the CIA dug that up to discredit him. That's the only reason we know that.
And I love it how that used to be what could discredit someone, and come our former
remember
our former president, and
I mean, even sooner than that, like even more recently than that, like Bill Clinton was discredited. Well, yes, because he lied under oath, but also mostly because he got a blowjob. That was the whole thing
going into office.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that he had a blowjob. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Remember when Howard Dean's campaign was basically tanked by him going, yeah!
Well, but then yeah! Donald Trump literally incited a crowd to go into the Capitol, and they killed someone. And
several people.
I think only one person officially died.
Although two of them were themselves, so I can't be too sad about that.
Regardless, the people that have the Blue Lives Matters flag kill the police officer. That's in.
Just saying.
Just saying. Like, a police officer never died at a Black Lives Matter rally. Just saying.
Just
And
saying.
but the whole thing is that like now there's this precedent that oh god, we're getting real quick politics. There's this now precedent that like a lame duck
We talked
president,
politics for like 10 minutes.
a lame duck president can do whatever the fuck he wants in his last month of office because they can't do anything to him. Because by the time that they can bring him to trial, he's already out of office. Like they can't touch him then.
Well, the precedent that was it wasn't the precedent was set that they still went ahead with the impeachment. That
Correct.
still happened. It's just that the Senate voted no again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Because
because he's
Republicans
not
are
president.
Mindless cowards.
Well,
Because
that
the
and he's
Republicans don't want to lose their seats.
well, they don't want to lose their
Fucking
seats, and
traitors.
because their whole argument though was that he's not president anymore, so we can't impeach him.
That was on the first vote, so
That was this vote
technically-
too.
Yeah.
That was their whole
yeah.
argument this
That-
time around.
that's
Was
their
that
no, Kevin?
Also,
That's their excuse.
yes,
not their
but it's
reason.
still now there's this whole thing
also
where
I just want to.
an out of the
say
door
that-
president can do whatever the fuck they want.
Also, the Dems really fucked that one too because they just tried to rush the shit out of it. They barely called any witnesses or anything.
Oh
Welcome to the Democratic Party.
yeah. Anyways,
Mm.
Monica, was that your movies for the week?
That was the big movie for the week. We were hoping to have like a few more to watch, but we still had a nice day. But if for that being our only movie that we watched on Valentine's Day, it was very good. Would recommend. Again, it is a very very I found it a very spiritual experience. It's really
Nice.
And-
Tangentially related to that, I by happenstance I picked up Black Klansman at Best Buy the other day, so I'm looking to.
Is that a
That-
comedy?
no.
No,
No.
it's a
Definitely
spite.
not.
It's about like infiltrating the Klan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But not
we-
like in the Dave Chappelle way, but like in the actual way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, what's that? What's that
Dave
comedian?
Chappelle way.
What's that the catfish and the KKK guy?
It's
Something Johnson, I think.
Josh
Josh Johnson. There's a stand-up
or-
comedian.
catfishing the KKK.
It is.
Just
Blazing-
you do
or the
that.
Blazing
Josh
Saddles
Johnson.
way.
No,
Josh
the-
Johnson.
Everyone should go watch this thing. It's Josh Johnson. Just go Google catfishing the KKK. It is seriously one of the funniest stand-up stories I've ever heard. It's about this black stand-up comedian who, when he was in his teenage years, he went on Craigslist and he was catfishing the KKK. That's the
Speaking of
setup, and it's hilarious.
that,
Go listen to it.
related to that cult podcast, one of the ones I listened to, they had did a series on the KKK and
Mhm.
like the 3 different KKK, and one of the hosts had to like attempt to join the KKK just to get more information. He's Mexican, by the way.
Mondo?
Yeah, Armando. Yeah, he didn't
Love
make it all
Armando.
the way through the screening process.
I would expect not.
Nice. That's hilarious. So Nintendo announced that they have a Nintendo Direct coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the first Nintendo Direct since 2019.
Metroid.
What is everyone's
Metroid.
hope? Does anyone have any hopes or predictions for what they're going to announce
Metroid!
tomorrow?
Give me a fucking Metroid
gonna
game
say-
for fuck's
Oh, you'll
sake.
get Metroid all right. It's gonna be Rabbids.
No, it's gonna be Federation Force 2.
No!
There is a picture.
Somehow Mike made my thing worse.
Like Samus team up with Rabbids? Okay, fine.
I'm gonna say no Pokemon content
Oh.
because they're going to save that for the 26th because it is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon this year.
True.
Yep. Something will come
So
out.
I'm gonna say they're gonna save all of that for the 26th.
I'm thinking they're gonna announce another Smash character.
It's also a 40
Waluigi.
it's a 45-minute
No.
direct, so they're probably doing multiple things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking either that there. I think I saw something floating around Twitter about Switch Pro.
I was gonna
Yeah, I saw
say
that
that
too.
I was gonna predict a new accessory.
Yeah,
It's not
either
an accessory, it's a different console. I
It-
think
it-
it's like
it's
it's like
like-
it's like a beefy Switch. It's like the opposite
Yeah.
of the Switch Lite.
but it's essentially it's what the Xbox and the PlayStation did 2 years ago, like the Xbox One S and then the One X, and then the PS4 Pro.
It's like
It'll-
slightly better graphics, like able to do like 4K
No, you're right.
and stuff
You're right
like
with
that.
the yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and also Breath of the Wild 2, maybe.
I've seen that a lot on Twitter. I saw oh, go ahead, Mike.
Sorry, I don't think we talked about it before, but they canceled the Netflix series for Zelda.
Yep.
So that sucks.
Zelda, I don't
Kinda
think would have really worked as a TV show anyway.
I think it would have.
There's
You can't
enough
really
stuff
have
there.
a silent protagonist as
He's not silent though.
Yeah.
No, hold on. In Breath of
Kevin,
the Wild, he
no.
talks. In Breath of the Wild,
he does talk.
he's not voice acted, but he has dialogue. Like
He has
you
dialogue
have dialogue
But
cues. Yeah.
But apparently, along with that, there was another leak that got leaked with that apparently we were going to get like a stop motion Star Fox series.
Yes, I saw that.
But
as
that
well.
got canned too because
sorry, stop motion like claymation?
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
like a Fantastic Mr. Fox looking thing.
No.
I would
That
have
would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. I
I
I'm
just
not even,
don't think
I know nothing about Star Fox, but that would have been awesome.
I've
I'm just not sure it would work as like in like a sci-fi setting because Star
might.
Fox inherently I don't know.
I mean, have you
I
seen
think-
Kubo and the Two Strings?
I have
That would-
not.
Oh, I need to
Anything by
watch that
Studio
still.
Laika would look awesome.
Okay.
Mhm.
But Nintendo is very protective of their IPs. So
yes.
when
Nintendo needs to get with
when
the
they
fucking times.
control their IPs, they shut it down.
I
You're
saw.
not
on-
getting a Star Fox game. You're just getting a game based around Slippy.
I don't
I
even
s-
play Star Fox, and I'm legitimately
It's
offended
just
by
70 straight minutes of do a barrel roll.
that wasn't
No,
even
no.
Slippy.
that. That's not Slippy.
Help!
No, yeah, I was about to say 30
That's
straight
how,
minutes.
that's
It's
how
like,
much I know about Star
help!
Fox. That is how much I know about Star
Get this
Fox.
guy off me!
Yep.
Ugh.
So
Con- Star Fox Assault was a great game. I like that game.
I'm sorry, Kevin. What was your what you gonna say?
I've been trying to talk for like a minute.
No,
Hey,
go
welcome
fuck
to my
yourself.
fucking world.
Um.
And mine.
With my
um,
family, especially.
Anyways, I
So
saw.
yeah, I think
Yeah, you know what we should do now?
Bye guys, we're into the
We
podcast.
don't have. We need new jokes.
I saw floating around that Mario Kart 9 was trending for a while. Which I mean we haven't had an original Mario Kart game on the Switch yet. Like
That's true.
it has been a while.
yes, it's been a while since there's been a Mario Kart game, so people are thinking that. People are also thinking that because we haven't heard anything about Breath of the Wild sequel in a while. Like we know they're
It's been
making
like
it.
2 years.
Yeah, they announced it like a year and a half ago or something, and like they even had a cinematic for it. So people are like, they've got to say something about it.
Very horrifying cinematic, by the way.
Why?
Do you remember it? It was
Oh
terrifying.
yeah. All the like darkness started pouring out of that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started playing Breath of the Wild over the weekend. Super fun.
At some point.
I need to get into it.
What I hope they announce is the new Smash character. And oh man, Twitter's been going nuts. People really think it's gonna be Sora. From Kingdom Hearts.
I am predicting you're wrong, and it's gonna be another character from Fire Emblem.
I am.
I am be Goku.
I think
it's gonna be
I'm gonna
Goku.
be wrong, but there was also like Square Enix put out a tweet at the exact same minute as the Nintendo Direct was announced, which could just be coincidence because it was 9 a.m. Could be just timing, like someone scheduled a tweet or something, which is the most likely option. But people are also thinking that the games are coming to the Switch too, because like Memory of Melodies is already on the Switch, and so people are thinking that the same day that they're coming out on PC, they're also gonna come out on Switch, but they just have to wait because they're doing like a dual announcement of like Sora being in Smash, and then it comes out on like the games are coming out on Switch too on the same day. And I was kind of like,
another console I won't play them on.
and then I was talking to Christine like, ooh, should I get the games on PC or on Switch? And she's like, you're gonna get them on both. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get them on both.
Kevin,
What?
you already have systems that you can play them
Excuse
on.
me,
Why
I
would you
have
need-
Assassin's Creed Black Flag on PC, Xbox, whichever one it is on. I think Xbox One and Switch. So fuck off.
Why?
Because
Listen,
I
so
like
the
the
whole thing
game.
is that I want it on PC so I can stream it because I want to stream
Okay,
it
that's
easier and
fair.
stuff like that.
That's fair.
And I want it
That's
on Switch for the portability.
fair. Ugh, okay, fine. I
The
guess.
Switch is my favorite console. I'm gonna say it. The Switch is my favorite console. Like, it's just so versatile. It looks great. It runs great. Like, I have zero complaints about the Switch besides
You see
Joy-Con
any-
drift. About it.
So is there any Metroid rumors drifting around, or am I just?
I think you're.
I'm
in
sorry,
that order.
Steve. I have seen
know
no
Pri-
Metroid rumors.
I know Prime 4 got announced like 3 or 4 fucking years ago.
I haven't heard a peep from from anything Metroid in
Yeah.
like 3 years.
I know they had they had it with one studio, and then they were like, this is dog shit, so they gave it over to Retro Studios, which did the Prime 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
so
agree with me, Chris. I did see, actually, speaking of Star Fox, someone is making a Star Fox game. Like it's almost like a fan game. It's the same style, but it's the same guy who made
That's gonna get DMCA'd.
No, it's the guy that made Race the Sun, which was a Steam game. It's like one of those games where like it's pretty much like you're just trying to see how far you can go, like avoiding obstacles and shit.
So it's like Yooka-Laylee is to Banjo-Kazooie.
Kinda, yeah. And so pretty much the guy had a tweet at one point where he's like, "Hey, if this gets enough likes, I'll make like it was like a stupid tweet, like, hey, if this gets one tweet, like, or if this gets one like, I'll make like a Star Fox clone." And then he and then he liked it, and he's like, "Say no more."
Say no more.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then so I've seen clips of that. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
play it.
I'm still really hoping for my like Smash character wish list is down to 2, and that is Professor Layton, which I think is a little out there of a choice, but my logic behind that is he would be really fun just because he's a perfect little gentleman, and also the reason I think he's actually viable is the fact for such a big franchise on the DS, there is zero spirits representation for him or any of his characters.
does he have attacks though?
Who's
But-
Professor Layton?
Does it matter? The Wii Fit trainer is in Smash. Your argument is invalid.
She makes a valid point.
The dog from Duck Hunt. The Duck Hunt dog is in it.
Yeah.
But who's
But-
Professor Layton?
Professor Layton.
It's a puzzle game.
Yeah, it's a puzzle game. And he is a gentleman as well. Like there's like you could do a side B thing with his top hat. When you solve the puzzle, they show this thing that I envision could be their final Smash, where they kind of do the like 3 quick shots and then either you did it or you failed the puzzle. And I'm like, that would be an interesting final Smash as kind of just a quick thing. But again, the fact that it's such a big franchise and it doesn't have any representation, that seems silly.
I mean, by that logic, I feel like Phoenix Wright would be a more appropriate choice.
Becky for Smash.
This is also true.
Objection.
Ooh. Oh!
If they can detangle the Marvel versus Capcom stuff,
Mm.
with him being in there, then I would agree with you, especially because of recent port of the Phoenix games to the Switch.
Yeah.
I also my other pick would be Monokuma, which is
From
Danganronpa.
Danganronpa, because he could have a final smash of It's Punishment Time, and it would be great. And there was also rumors of the Danganronpa games getting ported to Switch too. So there's my
okay.
justification.
I feel like that's
there.
a little too violent for Smash, though.
They have Snake.
Yeah.
True. They also have Sephiroth.
And besides,
Yeah. He literally stabs Mario in the fucking cinematic.
That was so good. That cinematic intro is so good. Now and that's
Metal
pe-
Gear.
people were saying, so back real quick, back to the whole Sora thing. People were kind of dismantling
God.
the whole Sora thing because they were like, we just got a Final Fantasy character. Like, because Sephiroth was just added. He was
Yeah.
the last one. So people were like, it's not going to be Sora. And I'm like,
Hey guys,
yeah, but he's...
remember PlayStation All Stars,
Oh God, yeah. I think I just thought about that.
which
for the
was
first
not a
year.
bad game. It just had really shit marketing behind it.
Really
Have y'all
shit
seen
marketing.
Unfriended?
No, what?
No.
No, what?
Unfriended.
What? What?
Unfriended. I'm reading
Whoa.
chat.
What?
It's a movie.
I wanted to watch that.
It's like a stupid
Wait,
social media horror movie, and it just
Yeah,
this
it's like
sounds
it's
really
almost like a
stupid.
found footage kind of thing, except it's like this
Zoom
is the
call.
found footage.
Yeah, it's basically a Discord chat where everyone slowly gets murdered. And
Oh,
Discord, it's like Skype.
who's gonna get murdered? There he is. Like that.
See, the joke is that I'm playing the long con. There's going to I'm lying to you, and there's going to be a dude with a knife that pops. out
Can
of
we
his
do
bear.
that?
Fuck me up.
I'm gonna take a pass on the can we do the unfriended thing.
what is
Why you don't want to do it?
Starting to murder us?
Pontifex Twitch just wants us to die. I don't know.
Oof, that's rough, buddy.
That's right, buddy.
Rip.
Rip.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I think it's
Oh my god.
I think it's sports corner time.
Sports corner.
Sorry, I just brief sidetrack. I just saw the KFC Spain Twitter account just use Wojaks for a fucking advertisement. I hate it.
Thanks for
If
the follow. Hopefully we don't get unfriended.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Counter is it?
I hate it.
What the fuck is a Wojak anyway? Like I think I
Those
know
are
what
Wojaks.
but,
Those
okay.
are Wojaks, Steve.
I need you to get without. Goddamn. Nothing.
Sports
I-
corner.
Thank- Wow, that's
Where'd my note go?
that is super cringy. Like that's not even a good use of them.
I hate it.
All right.
Silence brand.
All right. So prior to the Super Bowl this year, Kansas City Chiefs head coach Andy Reid's brother, named Britt,
Brit.
caused a car accident that caused a 5-year-old girl to end up in a coma.
Oh.
Oh.
He was drinking.
Jesus.
He was almost immediately released from his, because he was an assistant coach for the Chiefs. He was almost immediately released from the position.
Thanks, Monty.
I thought you were about to
This all happened before the Super Bowl.
I
Like,
thought you
the
said
week
he was
before the
released
Super
from
Bowl.
jail, and I'm just like, oh
No.
hell no.
Last
Monty,
night,
Pontifex?
after 11 days, the 5-year-old girl woke up.
Oh, hey.
Yay.
Oh, that's nice.
This wasn't the first time that Britt had been in trouble, as in 2007, he pled guilty to gun and drug charges from a road rage incident and sentenced to 8 to 23 months in prison. He also pled guilty to DUI and drug charges from a separate incident the same year.
Oi.
Guns
Was
and
it-
drugs.
Fuck
this-
Britt Reid.
Was this the thing? I saw a bunch of celebrities like Mark Hamill tweeting about some small girl who was whose mother was on Twitter updating her thing. Is that it, or is that
I have
different?
no idea.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh wait, topical real quick. Iffy just tweeted, "I've never been more angry at the end of a movie than I have been watching Judas and the Black Messiah." Sorry, go ahead.
I assume
That's
for
crazy.
it is a fuck the CIA.
Probably,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
Iffy's an internet gaming guy. He does a lot of stuff with Rooster Teeth right now.
Gotcha.
Super funny.
For the first time since he was traded from the Lions to the Rams, quarterback Matt Stafford said he played last year through a few injuries, including a UCL tear in his elbow. He didn't want to talk about it after it happened, quote, because the people of Detroit deal with much tougher challenges than trying to play a game with a multi-million-dollar contract.
My dude, no, that is you don't play through an injury like that. You go to physical therapy and get that shit taken care of so you can keep playing and not have not have a fucked up arm for the rest of your life.
Nah, fucked up arm.
His heart's in the right
I don't know
place.
if it was in his throwing hand. I'd imagine it would. But
Either way, it doesn't matter. I admire the spirit, I really do. But for an injury like that, you got to put you first, man. That's.
so there's videos going around the internet of Tom Brady throwing the Super Bowl trophy from his boat to a bunch of teammates on the other boat.
Yep, I heard about this.
The daughter of the blacksmith who crafted the first Lombardi trophy,
Silversmith, actually.
her name's Lorraine Gross, took exception to this. Quote, "I didn't sleep for the last 2 nights because of this. I was very upset."
Okay,
All
that's
right,
a little over.
all right. Listen, Karen. I know your name's Lorraine, but I'm gonna fucking call you Karen right now. The fucking trophy gets made every fucking year, so go fuck yourself. Also, the Stanley Cup exists. You know how many
How
all
many
the shit
beers
that
have
hockey
been?
players have been
Do you
fucking
know how
around with
many
that thing?
beers have been drinking out of the Stanley
Beer.
Cup?
Cereal,
People-
hot
Shits have been
dogs,
taken at
hot
that.
wings.
I'm willing to bet someone's pissed in the
babies
Stanley
have been
Cup.
put in there.
Someone's pissed in
So-
the Stanley Cup
someone's
before.
done
that, yes.
So
Or taking a
hold
shit
on,
in
hold
it.
on, hold on. So as someone who doesn't know much about trophies, I know the Stanley Cup is the same fucking cup every year.
It gets passed
Now-
around, yeah.
Right, but the Lombardi Trophy is a new one is made every year.
As far as I know.
I believe so, yes.
Because it's just a tiny little thing. It's because like the Stanley Cup, it gets the teams engraved on it every year.
Yeah. and
Yeah,
once
so
they-
it's
once
gonna
they
keep
run-
getting bigger.
Well, not necessarily. Once they run out of room on the band that they're currently on, they take the top one off and put it in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, and then everything gets split up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Mahomes wasn't hungover in the Super Bowl game. He was running for his life the whole fucking time.
He had some
Yeah.
amazing throws too, like some like
And-
midair
he
like perfect
tried.
throws. He tried
tried.
his
Dude
damnedest.
was perpendicular to the fucking
that,
ground.
game, that game is what Mahomes would have looked like if the Bears had drafted him.
I saw that tweet
All
too.
the time. For baseball spring training, pitchers and catchers are supposed to report tomorrow, I think, to their respective spring training locations.
Yep.
And as of right now, the Miami Marlins do not have a TV broadcast deal with any network.
How?
Well, remember last year how the Cubs had a network, but no one. No, what was it? It was something like no major TV, like
yeah, it was
no
like a
no
major
no
network.
no cable carrier wanted to carry the Marquee network. Like
Yeah.
no one was gonna carry the Marquee network, and and it was like the week before the first game that finally they got
Yeah.
like Comcast or someone to like sign on with them.
That's
Also, I'm be
weird.
surprised if you can find like people to actually watch the Marlins. But anyway,
yeah.
on the topic of why the website Fangraphs gave the Baltimore Orioles a 0.0% chance of making the playoffs.
Rip.
Oh, playoffs even.
Yeah. After some unhappy fans complained about their favorite team's odds, they have since updated the list, giving every team 100% chance of making the playoffs, except for the Orioles.
Hold on, that's just statistically impossible.
Actually,
From 1953 to 1959, the Cincinnati Reds changed their name to the Redlegs as to not have the team name associated with communism.
ooh.
Oh.
Hold on, walk that one back for me. What?
Because the color red?
Yeah.
What? No,
Red
hold on.
Scare, man.
Say it again for me, please.
The Cincinnati Reds changed their name to the Redlegs to not have their name associated with communism.
Commies still have red legs.
It's still got red in it. It's still red.
I would also make
Hey!
make a joke.
Mike is
as to,
upset.
like, maybe,
Oh, no,
maybe if,
Mike and
like,
I are the
they are
same.
actually good in that time period, but they were actually kind of good in that. I was gonna make a joke if they were bad.
Commies.
After 1 month of play, a quick look at the number of transactions for the NHL after 1 month, starting from 2016, and this includes trades, waivers, and call-ups. 2016-17, 513 transactions. 2017-18, 553. 2018-19, 620.
All right.
2019-2020, 647.
All right.
2020-21, 2,203.
Oh, COVID, I'm guessing, because
Yeah, 'cause-
all the players catching COVID and all the replacements coming up.
The NHL implemented a taxi squad in case something like that happens.
Oh, I heard about
So,
that.
Yeah. The Toronto Maple Leafs did their best Atlanta Falcons in the fourth quarter impression last night by blowing a 5-1 lead to the Ottawa Senators in overtime, losing 6-5. they had a 99.9113% chance, which is the second highest winning percentage for a team that ended up losing the game.
Rip.
Oh god.
Nice. More
Right.
stats.
So originally I didn't have a lot to talk about for this, and I had like this whole thing about the 2012 NHL entry draft, but I'm gonna condense it down to one person because that's the whole point that I wrote this out to begin with.
Alright.
So the guy who was picked number 3 overall in that draft, his name is Alex Galchenyuk. He got drafted to the Montreal Canadiens. The team wanted him to be the number 1 first line centerman that they desperately need. The only problem with that, he's a winger. And
Okay.
wingers don't usually take face-offs. Centers do. So naturally, this didn't go too well. The
What do I do?
management and the fans grew increasingly frustrated with the guy. He was still scoring points though. He outperformed the guy who went first overall in that draft, universally known as one of the biggest draft busts of all time across all sports, and former teammate in junior hockey. But anyway, he was putting points on the board. So nothing wrong. So who knows what's going on there? Okay. He was eventually in 2018. He was traded to the Arizona Coyotes for a player named Max Domi, who filled a particular role. He didn't fill that first line center role for the Montreal Canadiens, but he brought like grit, and he could fight, and that's just something that they didn't really have at the time. So and he could score too. When Alex Galchenyuk went to the Coyotes, his play just dropped off, and no one knows why. But Pittsburgh saw something in him because they sent their star Phil Kessel about a year later to Arizona to get Alex Galchenyuk back to Pittsburgh.
Hey.
He's still meddled around a bit. Wasn't really living up to all the hype, so Pittsburgh sends him to Minnesota the same season for a guy named Jason Zuckers to help with their playoff push. Galchenyuk really can't get anything going there. So he becomes a free agent this past offseason for Minnesota. He signs with the Ottawa Senators. Plays 9 games with them. They trade him to Carolina for a guy who helped Tampa Bay Lightning win the Stanley Cup last season, and another role player for a guy that they traded away 2 years ago, so they're getting him back. And as I was typing this a few days yesterday, he got traded again.
Oh god.
Dude cannot stay on a team.
back to Ontario, but with the Maple Leafs. So he's on the opposite side of the Leafs-Senators rivalry. So he was traded 6 times in 9 seasons.
Jesus.
That's insane.
That's
And
a
every time the other team has to be like, maybe he can change. Maybe he can change. Maybe he can change. Not happening.
How much longer until he doesn't have a team to play for anymore?
I don't know.
Is he bad or just like an enforcer?
He's regressing. It's just
Okay.
Montreal fucked him up.
Mm.
I don't know what it was. Maybe he was trying to force him into that role that he couldn't fill.
Mhm.
And when he couldn't do it, they got like pretty much everyone except the players got mad at him. But he was good in the first couple of years, and then he just dropped off.
Mm-hmm. That sucks. Not even his fault.
From that draft, he was like one of the first players that I can recall from that recall to actually break out. As opposed in like out of the top 10, only 4 of them are actually making a name for themselves and actually doing things. And like I said, number 1 was considered a bust. Number 2, he's a role player. You don't want role players on your team to be picked that high in a first round of a draft. Number 3 is Galchenyuk. Number 4 is actually turning out really well for the Leafs, but numbers 5, 6, 7, and 9 are actually making a really good name for themselves. Although number 9's kind of a iffy there. Later, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
See ya, Chris.
And like
Bye.
when it comes to like drafting and stuff like that, hindsight is 2020. But
Mhm.
like this draft is turning out to be a really big letdown. Considering when picks 11 through 20 have 4 all-stars and two people that should also be all-stars, and the top 10 have maybe 3 or 4, something wasn't right there.
Hmm.
That was my sports analysis.
Sports Corner. Okay.
Still need a jingle for that.
Yeah, Ryan.
Sports Corner, the place for sports.
You know,
I know we still have a couple things on the list, but we've been going for
Well.
like 2 hours now. Anything else anyone's dying to talk about today?
Yes. So
Do 9 and 11 if that's all right.
What?
They're not too long.
What?
9/11.
Well,
Hold on.
okay, so we're just gonna do all of them. Go ahead, Monica.
I was just going to say, so because this has been sitting in my brain for like months because and I was purposely trying to save it for around Valentine's Day because I forget what the topic was, but there was something that got brought up about you and Christine's early relationship, and I was like, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't actually know the story of how they got together because I'm pretty sure when I met you guys that you guys were already together at that point. So I don't actually know. And I thought that that might be a fun topic to jump off on since we just had Valentine's.
Humans versus zombies.
Well,
HVZ.
Okay. no.
Hold on.
Dick waited until before Thanksgiving. It's okay.
We met during Humans versus Zombies.
We met because I was braiding. Braiding?
Well, so hold on.
Okay, fine. Kevin, I guess, gets to tell the story,
Well,
not me. Even though I'm half
backstory.
of it.
For stream. Humans versus Zombies was a game we played at college. It was a Nerf gun game. Yeah, it was a Nerf gun game. It was like a big game attack, week-long game attack. And so we're all in marching band. We all went to the same college. We went to the same marching band, and we were both humans with some other people. And so we both after marching band one day, because there were a lot of zombies in marching band, we're still humans.
We met up in one of the lobbies of the dorm rooms, or like the dorms. We met up in. It was we met up at Human, right? I think?
We had dinner together with a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Human. It was
Which is funny to say because it's human.
Yeah, I know.
The other one.
It took me a second to realize you were talking about the dorm.
East Side?
Yo,
Was it
man.
West Side? East Side? What was the other campus? With the Tri-Towers.
Tri-Towers? That was...
We had dinner at Tri-Towers
Try.
after
marching band pretty much
after
every day.
practice, and then we kind of took like a weird like basement path out of the building because we knew that there were people looking for us.
Yeah.
And then we went to my dorm room and hung out there or something with other people until like it was time for the event that night.
Yeah. At the time, I was interested in one of our friends named Brad. I was hanging out with a group of friends, and also that was when he made this really long straw.
That was different. That
Well,
was different.
Well, it was a different day, but like that's how I got introduced to their group. And then we were hanging out, I think it was Ryan's room, and Brad just decided to put a bunch of straws together. This is just a really vivid memory I have.
Again, very different events.
Okay. I can
Okay,
I
that's
can
fine.
understand
I'm just saying.
how all Brad just bleeds together.
Yeah. And then so we met through Humans vs. Zombies. We hung out a lot after that. I was dating Brad at the time. and then broke up with
Sorry.
him before winter break. Came back, decided I was interested in Kevin. His interest at the time tried to talk me out of it by spreading lies and slander. Didn't work.
Lies and slander.
Basically, she told me that he was still in love with his ex from high school, and then I asked him about it. He's like, no.
Was this the girl whose name starts with an S?
Satan. Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, okay, there's one letter difference in that.
There are several letters difference, but
No. if you spell out her name, whatever. Took him a while. He tried to friend zone me. He sent me a text. I'm not emotionally attracted to you at like 3 a.m. And I was like, okay, yeah, but I'm still gonna cuddle with you. So suck it up. And yeah. And and then I finally wore him down after like a couple months of being, are we a thing? What are we? And then I was like, all right, are you my boyfriend or not? And he's like, okay, yes.
That's not how it happened.
What if he wanted?
Okay,
That's pretty much how it happened.
gonna say,
But the
what's
wording
your-
was different.
What's your version of the story? Well,
Hold
you,
on, hold on.
What if he wanted to be the girlfriend?
I'm taking a time right now because in my brain I replaced her name with the name of Ryan's dog.
oh, Sadie. Her name is not Sadie.
I'm
Wow.
aware
Well.
of that now.
You
But
had a
for
crush
some
on
Did you come to
her.
that conclusion?
My brain just overrode that information. It was over.
Are you high?
God, that's
But
funny.
yeah, so that's pretty much
Fucking-
how it happened.
So that's funny.
Yeah. And we've been
Yeah.
together ever since.
Yeah.
That was also the time
8
when
years
I was
in June.
basically living in
Yeah.
Kevin's dorm.
See, me too.
Mike, you lived in
because-
our dorm for a year and a half.
Well,
Yeah.
so
I
what,
sure did.
so once so after
great.
after winter break or freshman year, I had a bunch of classes that were like closer to where they were living than where I was living because I was out of bumfuck nowhere. I'm like, yeah, can I just sleep over sometimes? And they didn't care, so I did. Slept on the floor with Mike. We had lots of sleepovers.
Mine and Andrew's room just became the like
It
meeting
became
place.
Hoboland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the home for wayward travelers.
Yeah.
People just show up and just spend the night.
And then it became
Uh,
Kevin's and mine's room.
I was there.
And it was the same thing again.
Well, and then and then it was Kevin.
John was there a
I got
bunch,
an
yeah.
upgrade. I got an upgrade.
Yeah, and then it was Kevin and Ryan's room for sophomore year, and I had a dorm room 2 floors up, and I was never in it.
Yep.
And their RA was like, "Yeah, I consider you more of my resident than your RA does." I know. And also, it
I
was really,
lived off campus and I was in their room more
but
than
it was also
my
really funny. I saw my RA more on their floor than we saw each other on the floor that we were supposed to be living on.
Yep, because the RAs were friends.
Yeah, they were really close.
That was funny. Yes, my dorm room was always the home for wayward souls. People just showed up, and I was like, "Hey, what's up? You want to fall asleep on the
Eventually, I
floor?
literally
Sure."
just kept my backpack in your room.
Yeah, no, there were some days where you wouldn't even tell me you were coming over. You would just show up, and then you would just fall asleep in a chair,
Yeah.
and then in the morning you would just leave.
That sounds
Yep.
familiar.
Yeah, because Monica did that on Punch 2 junior year. Monica would just show up at our apartment, we'd drink together, fall asleep on our couch, and leave in the wee hours of the morning.
Because I was too embarrassed that I fell asleep on your couch.
Even though you did it a dozen times.
And I was
Should have
very
mooched off of him for breakfast.
I didn't think of that. I was just like,
We don't make
Us
breakfast.
make food? God.
We don't make breakfast, Steve.
That's
Besides,
what we
I
all
was
meal
the one
plans.
that made breakfast.
I'd wake up
I
and be like,
rolled
"Where's
out of
Monica's
bed
breakfast?"
15 minutes before my class started.
So yeah, that's how we got together.
Makes it sound so happy that we ended up together.
It was a lot funner than it sounded.
I'm sure.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
So I guess that second COVID dose, huh?
Yeah, so Vanessa got her second COVID dose yesterday. And so on my way home from work, she's texting me like, "Oh yeah, my arm's really sore." By the time I get home, she's looking kind of rough. Like you're supposed to get like an immune response from the second dose, and it's kind of hit her like a fucking truck. It's like last night she had like full body ache, chills, like took a bunch of she's been on like to the point where she stayed home from work today.
Yeah.
It hits hard. Like
I've heard
when
the
you
second
guys,
dose is rough.
Did she get
Hooray!
Moderna, Pfizer?
my gut instinct is to say Moderna, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm just curious because I know my Aunt Rachel is a nurse and she's been having a rough time with the second dose as well.
Yeah, Vanessa's planning on going to
Pfizer
work
is
tomorrow, but
patient.
she like barely got out of bed today and like didn't even eat much, and it's just like, well, I'm not looking forward to the second dose, but it's better than getting COVID, so get your fucking vaccinations or I'll hunt you down and find you.
Working
also-
on it. It's really
He'll only
fucking
hunt you down and
hard.
find you. He won't do anything beyond that. He'll just find you.
I am not very high up in the queue.
No,
No.
As am I.
I'm high.
I think-
I'm 1B, but it's still really fucking hard to get a fucking
Yeah,
appointment.
I think Christine's gonna get hers first.
I
I'm
should
probably
get
gonna be
mine
second. The
first.
rest of you are good fucking luck.
I know
I'm Group
Nat,
1C.
Nat,
Even though I've been an essential worker for like the past 10 months.
Actually,
but
Mike, I think food service I think should be higher. Food service might be
Hopefully.
1B.
Yeah, you want to check on.
You
that.
might want to check that now. Like you might be up now.
yeah, so
Like-
that'd be
like-
me
like-
and
like-
Ryan, so-
Yeah, like I'm in Group 1C, which is because information technology and communication is in Group 1C.
yeah,
But
So-
yeah, Vanessa did not leave like the house at all today. She was like too sick to like even barely get off the couch. Like it sounds brutal, and I'm not looking forward to it.
It also all depends on the person. Sorry, go ahead, Monica.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nat had put it in the chat, but he recently got a teaching job as a teacher's aide for special ed at a middle school, which is neat.
Nice.
But what's even neater is that because of that, he got his first COVID dose on this past Saturday.
Expect to get knocked on your ass, Nat. It's brutal.
Here's a
Well-
brand new job. Stab.
I've also, I mean, it's just like the flu shot. People respond to it differently. Like there
Yeah.
are some people who get the second shot and they're fine. I've also
because-
heard people say like both shots kind of like both shots leave they kind of the tetanus shot where like after you get the tetanus shot like that area is really sore. So like my mom
Oh,
was
like when I
telling me
beat
that
my
like
dick.
so it's like after you get either shots you should like move your arms around a bunch to promote blood flow and avoid soreness.
No, yeah, this
Oh,
is
like
the
when I
soreness
beat my
thing.
dick.
My mom recommended doing the chicken dance.
This is an immune. Just for the record, this is like an immune response. This is Vanessa's body going, "Oh, I'm sick. I have a fever now. I'm I have a fever now. You have chills. You are sweaty, and it's awful."
Well, that's what the vaccine is. It's essentially a training exercise for your
Right,
body
exactly.
to get you prepared for.
No, you're supposed to have immune response, but like, it's to the point where Vanessa literally had to stay home from work because I guarantee you she would not be functioning at work. Because it was like I am not poking fun of Vanessa at all, but like it knocked her on her ass. Like it was not pretty.
I don't know why, but when you described it as training, I just got the image of Bill Murray from Stripes going army training.
I got an image of cells at work, like a bunch of like white blood cells, like going through like training camp. Like this is the enemy.
Razzle dazzle, 1, 2.
Exactly.
Sound off like you got a pair.
You mean T cells?
Boom, sir.
You mean T cells, not the
Yes.
white blood cells?
So,
Yeah. Whatever, either one. Okay. Well, gonna end on a mean note. Doing some stream improvements. Had a little mishap at the beginning of the stream with some audio issues, but
Little mishap.
little mishap. For the main scene where I'm playing games. That's been fixed already. But essentially, I did a lot of work this weekend, figured out how virtual or what's it called? Voice meter works. So I'm able to separate all of my audio channels now. So sound quality should be a little better, as in this fact that like balancing should be better. Also doing some improvements for better clippage, better replays. I'm gonna start working on some soundboard stuff and some GIF stuff. So my goal was to just improve the stream overall this year. So hopefully I'm gonna do that and get, just make it look better and stuff like that. So yeah, just wanted to mention that kind of exciting stuff is happening, and I'm excited about it. Yeah. Anyone have any closing thoughts or arguments or comments?
Y'all should watch this movie. It's shockingly good.
The movie.
It's called Music and Lyrics.
Oh.
I'm gonna we can't play it on stream, but hold on a sec. I'm gonna pull up a video that y'all should watch in your own time. It fucking slaps.
Okay.
While
Anyone
he's
else?
doing that, this is not going to apply to many people, but and apologies for dead naming, but it's the only way I'm going to get the information across to you. The YouTube really known as Digi, now wishes to be known as B,
Yep.
is entirely rebranding her channel. So all of the anime analysis videos in about 3 weeks.
I didn't catch
They're
that
going
one.
to be gone in like 3 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's
she
rebranding her
is
channel.
rebranding as Yig Entertainment, I think, or Yig Studio. So if you want any of her videos, download them now.
Is she still doing anime stuff?
No. She is
Oh.
rebranding as like an entertainment like production kind of company.
Was she the one with the lovely boy?
No,
What?
that was
No, that was Demo.
yeah.
Demo? Okay. Because during Gloomhaven, like, I summoned, like, a bot now, and I always call him my lovely boy. I'm like, my lovely boy! Anyone else got any
He was
closing?
one
With the
with, like,
off the wall like Food Wars review that you showed me at my old place.
That was Endless Chess.
Oh, okay.
I also like Mike's... No,
Wait, so
Mike's
this
Food Wars
is
review.
this is Digibro. That's the one with the
like,
race
the
war in
big-
Dreamland, right?
No, that was also Endless Chess.
Oh fuck!
She had the
I know you showed
like
me
that
some
hour-
Digibro
she had,
stuff.
like, that hour-long SAO diatribe. She did like that 12-part series on the Asterisk.
I think you've just talked about them a lot. I don't think I've ever actually seen any of their content.
Yeah.
They were
and
they were on the that lore 101 thing for the procrastinators.
Yeah.
Or that
she did a video on the lawsuit about the biggest problem in the universe pod.
Oh, okay. So is there more lore? Which of those lore 101 stuffs, like what other ones would you recommend? The Animorphs one is straight fire.
There's that one. Best Guy Ever did one on Kingdom Hearts. It's like 3 hours long.
Okay,
I
well
still need to
that's
watch
something
it.
Kevin can watch. I'm not gonna watch that shit.
Don't worry, Steve. You listen to me
that
do the
one-
same thing.
Oh
to quote
god,
that
kill
one,
me.
No one is allowed to criticize the opening of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, it's great.
I
It's
think
fire.
Kevin would agree with that.
It's fire. The first time you play through Kingdom Hearts 2, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? But then after playing the other games, you're like, do not skip a single cutscene in that shit.
That one. Ben Saint did videos on Sonichu and Tails Gets
What was that last one?
Trolled.
Okay, I'll have to. I'm gonna have to look for those because I think I got a lot of it from the Chris Chan documentary, but it should still be good. Kevin is looking impatient. We should probably wrap this up.
Anyway, download those analysis videos now if you are past work and you want to preserve.
Nice. Okay, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you for joining us for another exciting week of podcasting. This is episode 37. Make sure you hit follow so you know when we go live next. We'll probably be live tomorrow with Valheim, I think we're going to do. So yeah, make sure you're following so you know when we go live next, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I got a ball full of pee.
Good job.